angel of the Lord, the burning, like show me that stuff. Show me the
The burning
burning
bush, the
bush.
burning
Show me
bush
the
is Allah.
talking. Show me the bush in the.
God. Oh man.
Can you show me the yes? Can you show me the burning bush
Is your
is my
God?
God in my Quran? Can you show me that?
Yeah,
Show me that.
let's deal with
Show
this.
me the bush. Show me.
Let's deal with this first.
Show me
Let's
any.
deal with this
You're
first.
running.
Let's deal with the
Okay.
topic
Hey,
first.
didn't I send you? I didn't send you a
Let's deal
DM
with the
about
topic.
Jesus being a Muslim.
No,
Yes.
no. Argue
I didn't
for
send it to
Jesus.
you. I'll send it.
Argue for Jesus being a Muslim. Argue for this.
I'll send it. I'll
No,
send it to you
argue.
in the
Make an
DMs 'cause-
argument. Make an argument for Jesus being a Muslim.
Yes, I'll give you Bible. I'll give you Bible verses, but I'm going to use the,
Make an
the 5
argument.
pillars of Islam.
Make an argument.
Do you know what the 5 pillars? Do you know? Do you know what the 5
Yes, I
pillars
do.
of Islam are?
Yes, I do. I do.
Okay. So I'm going to use the Bible, and I'm going to use the 5 pillars of Islam to prove that Jesus was a Muslim.
Was.
But I'm pretty sure. Let me just check. Let me just check our DMs because I'm pretty sure I sent this to you already. If I did.
Wiki wiki.
Yeah, you're right, brother. I didn't send it to you, but I just sent it to you right now.
Make an argument.
So how's your day going today?
It's good. Make an argument.
I will, brother. Patient, Sabr. You know my name, my Islamic name is Sabr. That's what they gave me. But what I'm learning, it means Sabr means patience. But what I'm learning is that people don't have patience for Sabr.
Yeah. Give me some water, please, sir. Water in your cup. Water in your cup.
In my cup.
All right, brother. Do you see what I have on my screen?
No, I
Do you
don't.
see how it says? It says Jesus. I
Let me see.
can't zoom in, but it says.
No. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna give you screen.
Could you see my notes that I have?
Yeah.
Jesus is a Jewish Muslim. So, in order to be a Muslim, you have to do your declaration of faith, right? In Islam, we say there is no God but Allah.
Okay.
And we know that the Messiah taught pure monotheism. And he says that in John 17:3.
Okay. Pure money.
He says, and this is life eternal, that you might know you, the only true God, La ilaha illallah, and Jesus, whom you have sent. So at the time, this was a shahada, because he was the last and final prophet of that time.
Okay. Gotcha. So one, he was a Jewish Muslim. Two, he preached pure monotheism. Pure monotheism based on John chapter 3, 17:3. Yep.
Do you want more? But then we also go to Mark 12:30. He says, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one." Still again teaching pure monotheism.
Okay. Thank you, baby.
We go to John 14:28.
Yep.
Again, he says what? He says the God. He says Father is greater than I.
That's correct. I agree.
So a Muslim means one who submits to the Creator. Because the Messiah submitted himself to the Father. Reason number 1, okay? Now can we go to Salat, prayer?
Okay, let's deal with this one by one. All right.
Okay, so this is the Shahada. So how do you want to deal with the Shahada?
I'm gonna come to the Shahada in chapter 3, verse 18 of the Quran. But let's deal with it one by one. Let me just first say Jesus is a Jewish Muslim. He preached pure monotheism according to John chapter 3, 17:3. In Mark 12:30, he deals with the Shema. In John 14:28, I'm not sure. I didn't get John 14:28, but I think it's in relation to the Shema and the one who submits his will to the Father. Right? That's the points that you brought up. For now.
For the Shahada, yes.
Okay, cool.
For the Shahada. For him saying his Shahada.
So let's first deal with the Jewish Muslim. Do you think that Islam accepts Jews to become Muslim? Do you think that Islam accepts?
Of course, brother.
No,
Brother, the one that was the Jewish brother was the one that helped me do my Shahada when I became Muslim.
Great.
He's a revert. He's a Jewish revert.
Mhm.
And he reverted to Islam. He's Jewish. And he
Okay.
became a Muslim, mashallah. His name is Michael, and he's also a veteran like myself. So yes,
you
we
think-
do encourage that.
Do you think that Islam accepts Judaism today?
Do they accept Judaism? No, that's why it got abrogated.
Okay, so can you prove the abrogation of Judaism
Yeah, it was through the Messiah.
through the Messiah, which is Jesus, and Jesus is a Jew?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so a Jew because of
I'm not saying he's religiously Jew. I'm not saying he's a practicing Jew. I'm saying ethnically.
Okay, I got it. Ethnically, no problem. So even though the Quran does not accept Jews today, because according to the Quran say in the day of Yom Kippur, the rocks will cry out to the Muslims and say, "Hey Muslim, here is a Jew and a Christian behind me, unalive them." So do you think that, I'm going to ask you again, do you think that Islam accepts Judaism as it is today?
They don't accept Judaism, but we accept Jews.
Yes, but Jews practice Judaism, is it not?
Okay, so we don't accept what they practice, but we accept the person.
The person.
We don't criticize the person. We criticize the idea.
So by
Do you agree with that, brother?
no, I don't.
Do you agree with criticizing the idea, not the person?
No, you do
So
criticize.
you like to criticize the person?
No, you criticize both.
Or you criticize both? You criticize the person
No.
and the idea?
Islam criticize both.
Negative, sir.
That's true.
You can speak for your own religion, but not for ours.
Okay, so
So,
listen.
accusations are confessions. That's
So-
what we know.
So what we know, what we're going to talk about quickly is that if the rocks is going to cry out to the Muslim, saying that a Jew and a Christian is hiding behind me,
This is in the Quran?
this is in the Quran.
Where does it say this in the Quran?
Let me get it for you.
I missed this story.
That's right. Because there was a Jewish man that led you to Islam. I don't know what's his name.
His name was Michael.
Michael the Angel.
Shout out to my boy Michael. Just kind of like the Archangel Michael looking out for me in this world. Taking care of me. Yeah, I love my angels, bro. I'm from California. I love my California angels. And for all them haters, yo, we took over LA. That's why we're the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. And that's why I love Islam, brother. We have to believe in the angels.
Hosanna in the highest. Let me see if I can get it.
Is that your song? Osana.
Yep. Oh, sorry, it's not in the Quran. It's a Sahih Hadith of Sahih al-Bukhari. You see? Bukhari says, 2926, Allah's Messenger said, the hour will not be established until you fight with the Jews, and the stone behind which a Jew will be hiding will say, "Oh Muslim, there is a Jew hiding behind me, so kill him." Lois, you back?
Sorry, brother. I didn't even notice I was mute. I was gonna ask you, hey, brother. I said, damn, that's a hadith.
Yeah,
Remind
no.
me, am I Sunni or am I Shia?
I think you're Sunni. Are you Shia? Guys, this was this.
God damn, you funny, bro.
This is what's how I catch up. This is what's this.
Oh man. Sorry, bro. That's too funny, bro.
So are you Shia?
Sorry, bro. Oh man. Hey, bro. I'll tell you what Eminem said. I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am?
No, I'm asking you the question. Are you Shia?
I love this guy. Called me a Sunni.
No,
Now he's calling me Shia.
No, I'm asking. Are you a Shia?
Bro, if I could pick,
Mm-hmm.
if I could pick any sect, if okay, if I could pick, but the Quran in 480 tells me we can't pick any sect. Okay, we can't pick Sunni, we can't pick Shia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but if you want me to indulge in this ideology,
Mm-hmm.
I would rather be a Wahhabi, bro.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Now, so then you
do you know what a
believe?
Wahhabi is?
No.
The Sunnis and the Shias hate the Wahhabis.
So you then Quran only,
So then what? I'd rather be Wahhabi.
but then you Quran only.
Is you got something on Wahhabi? You want to bring up Wahhabi hadiths?
No. Sorry. Lowest.
Nah, you don't got none. You don't got nothing.
Lowest. That
I
means
just destroyed you.
no, you didn't.
That's it.
No, you're not answering me, Lowest.
Because I'm not
Lowest,
Shia or Sunni. You
Lowest,
don't got nothing.
Lowest, you're not answering me.
You don't got no propaganda.
You're
don't got no
not.
rhetoric
You're not
now.
answering me.
I did.
No. I
said
asked.
if I could choose,
I
would be a
asked.
Wahhabi.
I asked. Are you Muslim?
I
Are
would
you?
be a Wahhabi.
Are you Quran only? Are you Quran only?
I'm a Wahhabi.
No. Are you Quran only?
For you, right now in this moment, yes, Quran only.
Great.
Don't bring me up no
Now wait,
Sunni,
hold
no
on. Be
Shias.
patient. Be patient. You do
If you're not
believe. You
Sunni
do
or Shia,
believe what
yeah,
Muhammad said.
there's no reason to bring it up.
You trust what Muhammad says, right? You don't need to be Sunni. You don't need to be Shia. You just trust what Muhammad says, correct?
Yeah,
So-
and if you can show me evidence that it was brought from him, that it was said from him, then I'll believe you.
Okay.
Then I'll trust.
Do you
Trust the
believe?
evidence.
Do you believe that Muhammad spoke about the last day? My God, what am I doing?
Judgment days? It's in the Quran, yes.
Arguing with the rock. Just give me a second. Quran. Oh, this guy Quran only. You Quran only?
Oh, look at
Wait,
this
hold on,
guy's
hold-
Quran only.
Oh, Quran
I'm
Al
the
Karim.
lowest ranking
There we
Muslim,
go.
he's Quran only.
There we go. Quran only. Let's see. Let's see Quran only.
So that's it. You're done.
Wait, hold on,
The
hold on.
thing?
He's speaking.
You
No,
don't
no,
wanna
no,
go
no,
to
no,
Salat?
no. I can speak on this. Don't worry. I just want to see Quran only. Or
You guys-
Quran Al Karim. Just give me a second quickly. Okay, so now you believe that there's Jews that do not practice Judaism. So any Jew that does not practice Judaism, Lois, are they still a Jew?
Ethnically, yes.
Ethnically. So ethnically is by birth that they are Jews, right?
It's in the DNA that, like, just being Muslim.
Then,
we can
but
find
no,
DNA,
no.
Muslim DNA.
You cannot
Yes,
find
yes,
you
yes.
cannot find Muslim DNA, my guy.
Yes,
you don't
yes,
find the
yes,
Muslim
yes,
DNA.
yes.
There's no
Yes.
Muslim DNA. Actually,
There's
actually,
no Muslim DNA, lowest.
Yes, there is.
Please, no.
Actually, there's no Muslim DNA.
Now you're being
Leave it.
racist.
Akhi, there's no
Actually, leave it. Actually, bro.
there's
Just
no
leave it.
Muslim
And also,
DNA.
bro, just to say, I'm not Quran only. I believe in the Quran and the Sunnah and the Hadith, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Quran Al Karim. Now, Quran Al Karim. This is the argument of Lowest upstairs. Lowest does not believe in the Sunnah, nor does he believe in Shia.
Never did I say that.
No. You said it. You said it. I'm bringing it up.
No.
Because
No,
yes,
no, no,
Quran
I
Al
asked you,
Karim.
Remind me if I'm Sunni or Shia.
No. You
said,
said
remind
you
me if
you
I'm Sunni
you
or
said
Shia.
you said
And
the
then you
Quran
said
says
you are Sunni.
you
and I
said-
started laughing at you.
you
said,
said
oh, wait,
the
you're Shia, and I started
Quran-
laughing at you even
you
harder.
said the Quran say
laughed even
you
harder.
should not choose. That is what you said. The Quran says so.
What does the Quran tell us? Yes, 480.
Yes,
The
and
Quran, bro,
Says
the
to not
Quran
fall into
says, look,
Shias. It says
Of
not
course,
to fall
but
into
the Qur-
Shias.
the sects, yes, I understand, because every single person that is truly a Muslim follows Islam according to how the Prophet understood it and how the Sahaba understood it.
That's right.
In definition, a Sunni.
That's
follow
right.
the Sunnah,
MashaAllah.
bro. So in that sense, yes. So we are all Sunnis. Everyone that is a true Muslim is a Sunni. Anything
Astaghfirullah.
outside of that, there's problematics,
Nice.
bro.
Yep,
The
that's right.
Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam wasn't Sunni.
But bro, Sunni
He was
means
just
to
a
follow the
Muslim.
Sunnah. Bro, Sunni means to follow the Sunnah, bro. It
He
is
was the
literally you
Sunnah.
follow
He
the
wasn't Sunni. He was the Sunnah.
That's fine. Okay, we're the
That's why
Sahaba
if
Sunni
he
then.
didn't call himself Habibi,
So
if he didn't call
we're the
himself
Sahaba Sunni,
Sunni,
bro.
if he didn't call himself Shia, why do I have
Okay,
to
bro,
call
leave
myself
it.
Sunni or Shia?
Don't worry, bro. You don't have to put yourself that. Host, what's your argument, man?
So my argument is that Jesus is not a Muslim.
Okay, so in Muslim, in what sense? Because when we say Muslim, there's two senses here.
What is the one sense and which is the other?
So we have the Muslim in the sense of you believe in the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you believe in the Quran, and you follow his teachings. That is one sense of being a Muslim. Another sense of being Muslim is being a true submitter to Allah. One who truly submits to Allah. In that case, Abraham was a Muslim, Jesus was a Muslim, Noah was a Muslim, and all the other prophets were Muslims.
Beautiful.
I'm a big Muslim then. I'm not a little Muslim because it seems like if you only believe in one, you're a little Muslim. But if you believe in
Exactly.
both, you're a big Muslim, like Big M. That's
Okay.
me. That's Quran too.
So Quran al-Karim. So then we can say that Jesus never believed in the Prophet Muhammad. He never believed in the Quran,
Yep.
and he never believed in the teaching.
Oh,
so
he
that
believed in the Paraclete.
he's eliminated from that,
Paraclete
right?
is a Prophet Muhammad.
One
You have to
second,
prove
bro.
that the Paraclete ain't Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I got evidence for that.
No, you don't.
My
I
bro,
even got a
one
spreadsheet
second.
that I created on the Paraclete.
Bro,
I got a
just
strong
prepare that for 1
Paraclete
second.
evidence.
Yeah, that's
There's
fine. 1
15.
second. Let's quickly
I
answer.
got 15 evidence on that Paraclete that the
Okay.
Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was talked about by Isa
Sallallahu
alaihi
alaihi
wasallam.
No, of course, bro. That's really good. But just 1 second, let me quickly answer what you were saying. So, host, do you remember when I said to you there was Muslim in two senses, right?
Yeah, I quoted you the one which we eliminated Jesus from.
That's fine. But the second sense, he was a true submitter to God.
So
Do you disagree with that?
The second sense would be is a true submitter. Therefore, Abraham, Noah, and all the other prophets would be Muslim, right?
Yes. Yes.
I disagree.
Okay. Did Abraham submit to God?
Yes, he submitted to God.
So Abraham was a Muslim then in that sense, right?
No.
Okay, so when my second, well, 1 second, Lois, bro. So in my second example of what Muslim means, a true submitter to God,
True
the
submitter.
Bible refers to Abraham as a true submitter to God, correct?
He submitted to God in the sense that he accepted Yahweh as his God, yes.
That is yes.
Okay, so you truly submitted to God, yes?
Yes. Do you accept Yahweh to be God?
So you have no. 1 second. I'm just trying to establish one thing.
Hey, tomato. If you want to call him Yahweh,
1 second,
we call him
bro.
Allah. Hey, tomato.
My bro, one second, Henry, yeah. If you admit to me that Abraham truly submitted to God, you will have no issue with calling him a Muslim. In Arabic, literally meaning one who submits. Abraham was one who submits, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So then Jesus was also one who submits to God, right?
Well, it depends because we're talking about action. We're not talking about true submission.
Did Jesus not submit to God?
Yes, he did.
Then he's a Muslim.
Okay, guys. Okay, let's deal with it. I want to talk to both of you.
You
quickly.
guys debate over GG.
Let's
it.
let's have
That's
a
it,
discussion.
bro.
Let's
GG.
have a
But
discussion.
to be honest,
Guys, guys.
one second. To be honest with you, as a Christian and a Muslim, our main difference is Trinity. Like this is our main difference, whether we use Muslim or not. Let's even say, for argument's sake, okay, fine, he's not a Muslim. He is just someone who submits to God. Let's talk about something more substantial, divinity of Jesus. This is something that is foundational between me and you, correct?
Let's stick to your point that you brought. Number one, I can deal with the
That is
divinity.
what?
I can deal with the divinity of Christ. But let's talk about the fact that you said Abraham and everyone else submitted to God and that make them Muslim. Right?
Definition, yeah. Muslim means one who submits.
Okay, one that submits.
Brother, don't
Now-
just say God.
Lois, just be patient. Oh, sorry guys. Sorry, it just went haywire on this side. Otherwise, the other guys is not gonna see what we are talking about. Just give me a second. Just give me a second, guys. He knows the hour. He knows the hour.
You use the word God. That's why it's better to just say creator. To a Muslim is somebody who submits to the creator.
Guys, can
because
you hear
then
me?
They're gonna say, "Well, is Yahweh God? Is
Guys,
Jesus God?"
guys,
And all
can
these
you
things.
guys can you hear me?
There's only one creator.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, sure. Now let's deal with the fact that Abraham and everyone else is a Muslim, right? Let's deal with that quickly. So, number one, you guys believe that Islam is a universal religion, right?
Yes.
Okay. In the universal belief of Islam is that there is a prerequisite for people who believe in Islam to perform certain actions. These actions would entail praying, fasting. If possible, they can go to the Middle East, to the Kaaba, etc., and perform the
He gave you
usual.
those 5 reasons already.
And
bro,
perform
one
the
second, let me finish.
usual Islamic rituals. You would agree to that, right?
As per definition of Muslim, when I said to you, the one who follows the religion of Islam. If you take that definition, I 100% I agree with you.
Okay.
But if you
He's
take the
talking about the
definition
5
of one
pillars of Islam.
who submits, yeah, of course, that's one who follows the religion of Islam. So Muslim, 2 meanings: one who submits to God Almighty, and the second meaning, one who follows the religion of Islam. Which meaning are you talking about there?
I'm talking about the one where you say totally submit, because I disagree with following the prophets, the Quran, and the teachings. Because number one, Abraham did not follow the prophets, because he was before the prophets, right? 2, then in terms of the Quran,
Let me quickly stop you there,
just
bro.
give me a second. Just give me a second. There is no verifiable evidence to prove that Allah ever gave Abraham the Quran. There's evidence from the Bible that says Abraham had the audible Torah. And then in terms of the teachings, we are not sure which teachings it is, because you follow the teachings of Muhammad, and Muhammad never existed in the time of all the prophets before him. You would agree?
Yes,
There's
so
only
that,
one
that would
message.
make...
Thank you.
the
So,
same message
one
said-
so option 1 is out.
Lois, 1 second.
Option 1 is gone.
Yeah, option 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're only sticking with option 2.
Option 1 being... Once again, so option 1 being a follower of the religion of Islam.
Yes.
In the sense that he follows the Quran, the Sharia in Islam, all of this. He doesn't follow this, of course.
So Abraham could not
I
have
agree with
possibly, nor Jesus could have possibly followed it. So that all of that is
In
out.
that sense, yes.
Okay. So we
Yeah,
are
so the
taking
second sense, he's still
we
a
are
Muslim,
taking
yeah.
out number 1. No longer number 1. But
Yeah.
we're dealing with number 2. Number 2 has some validity to it. Okay, cool. So number 2 would be total submission to God, and then also in terms of Abraham and all of the prophets have submitted their will to God, right? So now, in terms of the Islamic world view that we are dealing with today, right? So you said it's universal. In order for the practices should also be universal. Now my question would be very, very simple. Very, very simple. Have Abraham at all times prayed the way that Muslims prayed?
Yes.
Now, see, Lois, 1 second, bro. This is the mistake you've made. In my definition, what is the sentence that I said? My sentence was very clear. I said it for a reason.
One
What
who
was the sentence I
submits
said for the
one who
second
submits his
second?
will. Yeah.
That's
one who
it.
submits-
Was there any mention of prayer?
No, but
Was there any
prayer,
mention of prayer there?
prayer is part of the
No,
practice.
That's it then.
No,
Nope.
no. Wait,
So
hold on.
one who submit, nope.
Hold on. Prayer is part of your practice. Remember, I said the universal practice, and you agreed. Islam is universal, right? You agreed.
In belief. So his belief was there of God.
Not
Yes.
only in belief.
He believed in God.
Not only in belief, in action also, because there's actions that you must perform that portrays that you are Muslim, and that actions also.
When did I say that?
No, it's
When-
universal.
yeah,
You
when-
just
when
said
did
it's
I say that?
universal. You just said it's universal.
I disagree with that definition.
Okay,
let
so
me
it's
say my
not
definition
universal.
again, so you can understand it.
No, so it's not
No.
universal.
See, you're,
I don't understand that.
You're equivocating. I'll tell you why. You're equivocating the word universal with actions. I've never said any actions need to be there for you to be a Muslim. I said a belief system needs to be there. Correct? Is that
Okay.
not what I said?
Great. Part of the belief system of Islam is that you should pray in a certain way, right?
No.
No?
That is per the first definition, which we got rid of. That was per the first definition. We got rid of that one.
No,
The second
that's not the
definition
first
did
one.
not have any mention of any prayer. That is the first one.
In total submission,
part
to
of our
God,
definition.
in total submission to God,
Yes.
right? When we talk about in total submission, part of the submission also requires actions. Am I right?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
If we talk about actions, actions in this sense, which grants you or gives you what is known as the recompense for good deeds. Correct?
Not necessarily. It could be actions in line with the command of God. If God tells you do X, you do X.
Yes.
That is obeying God. That
Yes.
is submission to God. Yes.
So submission entails everything you do in order for good deeds and also to be submissive to God. Am I correct?
So again, what I said was clear and comprehensive. Please take what I said. What I said was, for you to submit to God, if God tells you to do X, you do X.
Yep.
That is submission.
Okay.
So that is what I said. Then don't need to add nothing else to it. Do you agree with that? or do you disagree with that?
So it will be merely just direction. What God say, when God say do X, you do X, right?
You do X. That's it. That is your submission to God.
Beautiful.
If God tells you pray, you pray. If
Yes.
God tells you fast, you fast.
You
That's
fast, you do all of these wonderful things. Wonderful.
it. Whatever
is-
God tells you, yes.
Is
yes.
part of the Islamic belief in the time of Abraham that he should sacrifice his son.
Yes, God told him to, and he was doing that, and then God replaced it with a ram.
Listen carefully what I'm
That's our
saying.
belief.
Listen carefully what I'm saying. Is part of the Islamic belief that you should sacrifice your son.
No, that was part of an instruction given by God to Abraham directly himself.
When Abraham submitted to God, he believed everything that God has said.
Yes.
So part of the submission then would be to take Isaac up unto Moriah and sacrifice him. That's part of the belief then. You would agree.
No,
Of course.
it's to
No,
have
no,
blind
one
faith.
second.
Now the
The
Muslims
lowest,
doesn't
one second. The lowest, 1 second, bro. Of course, if Abraham said, no, God, I am not going to take my son, that would not be full submission, and we wouldn't class him as a Muslim.
There we go. Now
Yes,
I
of
agree
course,
with
it's
you.
part of
I
the
agree.
submission.
I agree. When did
Yes, what's your point?
when did that change? When did Allah abrogate it?
What do you mean, when did Allah abrogate that? So you're saying, when did Allah abrogate individual commands to individual people?
Remember, whatever Abraham has done, you accept what Abraham has done. You accept
As
it.
an individual, yes. God commanded him to do it.
Yes,
Yeah.
as an individual. So when was it abrogated that you do not sacrifice your son?
When he was about to sacrifice him, he had
literally got the
the tool he
command.
was using, and then God said, "Stop there, Abraham," and he replaced it with a sheep or a ram.
Guys, do you believe that was actually an act of faith and not an act of abrogation?
What do you mean, act of faith? And what do you
Because
mean by that?
remember, Allah tested him, according to you, He tested him if he would be faithful to Allah. In other words, Allah tested his submission to Allah by sacrificing what he
Yes.
loved. So do you believe that
Yes.
was an act of faith and not an act of abrogation?
As an act of submission.
Act of faith,
That whole action, act of submission.
yes. Act of faith or act of abrogation?
What do you mean by abrogation here?
If you, for example, say it's an act of faith, then Allah tested him, right? But now, have Allah at any given stage abrogated the sacrifice of your son? Has He abrogated that?
He did when he replaced it with a ram and said, "Slaughter the lamb instead." He
Act
didn't
of
say
faith.
slaughter your son.
Act of faith. There's a difference. Let me make a distinction in my language here.
I'm confused on what you're saying here.
Yeah.
It doesn't make
So
sense.
Abraham didn't act on act of faith. He just did. He wasn't a
And that's why I'm bringing up this, right? By asking the question, when Abraham took Samuel or Isaac up to Mount Moriah to sacrifice, was that an act
who
of
was it? Hey,
Was
according
that an
to
act-
Genesis 22,
Wait, Lois, 1 second,
when
bro. 1
was
second.
Isaac
Let him know.
Abraham's only child? No,
Lois,
who
1
was it?
second.
Isaac or Ishmael?
I'm-
Just so
bro,
you can
I'm-
show
I
us
know-
if the
I'm-
book is not corrupted.
I
When
know
was
the point you're
Isaac
making. We'll
Abraham's
get to
only
that.
begotten child?
We will get to that.
That's the
Trust me, bro.
dilemma. That's
I will press him on his Bible and other stuff in a second. Let me. listen.
yeah,
I want
this
to
is-
give him that
this is-
space
this
to
is a
answer,
bit- this
so
is a
he
bit
can give
tough
us a
for you.
space to answer.
It's a bit tough for you, Lois. The watch this. So in that, when Allah provided the ram for to be sacrificed, has Allah in any given state say the sacrifice of a son is abrogated, or have Allah provided the ram Because Abraham was faithful.
So yes, Abraham was faithful, and Allah, he basically showed Allah that he passed the test. The
Now-
test was to take his son.
Yes,
The
I
act of
agree with you.
sacrificing was not necessary.
No, but
So you
wh-
passed the test, and Allah said,
No,
"Here's
no,
the
wait,
sheep
no,
instead."
no, wait.
That's it.
That's not it. Remember that Islam believe in abrogation. Has Allah at any given point abrogated the sacrifice of a son? Has He abrogated it?
Can I ask which son it was?
No, bro. In a sense, you can say abrogated because he no longer required the son to be killed. He now had the lamb instead.
There's two things then.
So he swapped it.
Do you see? There's two things. There is a distinction between being faithful in Islam and the abrogation of the act. So Allah never said, as of this, we abrogate the act. He never said it. Unless you can show me that Allah said that the sacrifice of the son is abrogated because Abraham was faithful.
No, he said, no, yeah, he basically said that in a sense.
no,
In a sense, he did say that, yeah.
No, in Allah's wording, there's no such thing as in a sense. Guys, come on, you're dealing with your creator here, your God. Your God does not speak or in any way in a sense, because Allah's not confused in a sense.
I don't get
Come
what
on.
you're trying to say.
No, what I'm
So
saying
are you
is,
trying to say
guys, what I'm saying
one
is,
second, bro.
what I'm saying is this.
Yeah,
This is what I'm
confused
saying.
what you're saying.
If you say that Abraham is a Muslim, if you say that Abraham is a Muslim, and Abraham followed the act of Allah by taking Isaac up to Mount Moriah to be sacrificed, that is an act of obedience to Allah. But my question is, the first
Yes.
instance is that Allah told him, take your son and sacrifice your son. So now, when did Allah say that because you were faithful, Abraham, the abrogation of sacrificing your son is now imminent? Was it based on the abrogation or was it a matter of faith?
Actually, it's here. So if you go to Surah 37, verse 105.
Let me go there. Surah 37, right?
Yep.
37, 105.
Verse 105, yes.
37, Surah As-Safat,
Yes.
105.
Yep.
Let me go there. You have fulfilled the vision. Indeed, we thus reward the doers of good. That's my point, exactly.
So the vision was that he slaughtered his son, and by taking him there, and just when he's about to, God said you have fulfilled it.
No,
so
this-
that submission is completed.
No, the actual act of Abraham is not a vision, my friend. It's an actual act. Why are you talking about vision?
I understand. No, because the vision was the command. So Abraham was commanded through a vision, correct?
No! By speech!
So how was Abraham? No, it wasn't. See, this is what you don't understand.
Well-
The Islamic paradigm.
Abraham never spoke to Allah never spoke to Abraham?
To command him to slaughter his son. No, it was a vision.
Oh, show me where in the Quran it was a vision.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Yes, please.
Well, you didn't know this.
No, show me
Right
it's a
above
vision.
it says, in my dream. It says,
In my dream,
oh
he
my
says.
son, I
Uh-huh.
have seen in my dream.
Yes.
That's in 102.
Yeah, 102. Go to verse 102, bro. You
I'm
didn't know this.
I'm in 102. I'm in 102.
Read it. What does it say?
Wait,
Read out what does
let's
it
no,
say.
no,
What does it say?
read 101. Let's read 101. It says, we gave him good
Bro,
tidings.
read the whole Quran,
wait,
please.
hold
Read it
on,
all.
hold on. Lowest,
Cherry
hold,
pick.
lowest, calm down.
Lowest,
Yes,
one second.
101.
Lowest,
Let's read
one
it
second.
all.
Calm down.
Aki, one second.
Calm down.
One second.
Listen
one
to this.
second.
So we gave him good
101?
tidings of a forbearing son. So in other words, this is not the actual son. We've given him a prophecy of a son, right?
Yes.
But
So then
102.
after he had a son,
No, watch it.
Yeah.
There was the prophecy, here's it. And when he reached him, exertion, he said, "Oh my son, indeed I have seen."
Stop there.
Yeah.
1 second there. Stop there. So that first sentence, when he reached the age of exertion, or in the sense when the young boy grew up and he reached the age where he was able to work with Abraham. So the young boy grew up and he was able to come along with his father and
Great.
he was able to work with him.
Great.
You understand that part so far?
Yep.
So the son was prophesied, the son was then born, the son then grew up.
Yep.
What did Abraham say to his son?
Man, you're making my point. Well, let's
says it there.
just read on. We're gonna read on, all right? You're making my point.
No, we
Let's
are.
just watch this.
No, we are, but-
just,
but-
yeah, just
one
watch
second,
this.
one second,
Let's
one
read.
second.
Let's read.
One second.
We need to read
We're
it.
going to read. We're going to get there, but you were amazed at the fact that this was a vision.
Yeah.
One second. You were amazed at the fact that it was a
Yes,
vision.
you're making
Was
my
it a vision?
point. You're making
wait, was
exactly.
it-
You're making my point.
One second.
Quran
Was it a vision
al-Kareem.
or not?
It is a vision. According
Was it
to
a
this,
vision?
it says
Thank you.
the
You
fulfillment
said it
of the
wasn't a vision
vision.
a second
Listen to
ago.
this. The fulfillment
Okay.
of the
Right.
vision, right? It says that in the verse. But now my point was, when did Allah abrogate this?
Abrogate what? The vision.
No. The sacrifice of the son. When did he abrogate
I
it?
said to you, verse 105.
In
If you carry
verse
on
1,
reading from
in
102 to
verse,
105.
listen to this, guys.
It's in 104. Just read 104. What
please,
is
guys,
it?
please,
He calls
just
out
listen to
to
this.
it.
Chat, listen to this. Verse 105. Listen to my question. My question is, when did Allah abrogate
one-
this? Now listen to verse 105.
Abrogate what? What's this?
I keep on saying what it
Abrogate what?
is. The sacrifice of the
Abrogate the vision or the
son.
action?
The sacrifice of the son, not
So-
the vision. The sacrifice of the. When did
one
he
second.
abrogate
Start
this?
from 104.
I keep on asking the same
One
thing.
second.
104.
Okay,
Start from
okay.
104.
Let me read. Let me
Lois,
ikra.
Lois.
Let me ikra. Let me
Lois.
ikra. Let me ikra.
Lois, no. One second. Wait 1 second. Before we read, let's both understand each other so we're on the same page. Lois, 1 second, bro. So, this is what I'm trying to say to you. Abraham had a command from God through a vision. The vision showed him slaughtering his son. Abraham took that as the command of God. Abraham then took his son and was about to do the vision, what he saw in the vision, which was slaughtering his son.
Yep.
And God said, stop there. You have completed the vision. AKA, in other words, saying you have completed the command.
Yes, there's
That's
a
it.
command. Remember, there's
So
a
what's the
command.
issue?
No, listen. I have a difficult time with Muslims not understanding. There is what the vision is, the instruction. The instruction is take your son to Mount Moriah and unalive him there as a sacrifice. Right?
Yes.
Great, wonderful. Now follow me. Now he eventually take him to the mountain and he got there. When he got there, Allah said, there is a ram in the thickets. Sacrifice the ram. You have fulfilled the vision. Okay?
Yes.
Because you are now
If you fulfill the
devoutly...
vision, we can also swap the word vision there to command. One minute. Can you swap the word vision there to command?
No, command is the action that they had to follow. But does command...
No, see, this is the difference.
What is command?
This is the difference.
Is it not that you must follow the action? What Allah said, do it.
I'll tell you why. Nope, I'll tell you why. Because
Oh,
Allah
my.
never said do it. He showed him a vision. Wait, show me where Allah said do it.
Did he not see in the vision what he must do?
Yes, but that's
Now,
all it is,
if-
the vision. So, one minute. Wait, was that vision a command? Wait,
The
was that vision a
vision,
command?
the
Yes or no? Please answer
vision
that.
is he saw in the vision what he must do. The vision is there for
was
a
the
command.
vision a command?
The vision is a command. Go
Wait, stop,
do
stop.
what you see.
Perfect. Stop there.
Wow.
Perfect. 1 second. That's perfect. You said something good there. Vision equals command. Yes or no?
Yes, that's the vision that he got, my
Okay,
guy.
stop.
What are you doing? Are
Let's
you
get there.
fishing
Vision
or
equals.
what?
1 second. You're going to understand what I'm saying. Vision equals command. Yes or no?
I said yes.
Thank you. So when you read 105, replace the word vision with command because they're the same thing. like you
No.
said. Why
Am
can't you
am
replace
I
that?
allowed to change verbatim the verbatim speech of Allah? Am I allowed to do so?
Words have meanings, correct?
No. Am I allowed to change the verbatim speech of Allah? Yes or no?
If it's a translation
No,
in
you're-
English,
I am not
This is English
allowed, ya
translation.
akhi. I am not allowed to do so. Right?
This is
No.
English is not for,
Listen.
Am I allowed?
Lois,
Am
Lois,
I
listen.
allowed to change the speech of Allah in the Quran? Am I allowed to do so?
in Arabic,
If you're
no, but in
misunderstanding,
English, you
listen.
can.
Guys, You are Muslims.
Oh, you don't understand.
You are shameful
No,
Muslims.
no.
You are shameful.
1 second. No.
You
Pause,
want
pause,
me
pause.
to
This
come
is
to the word. You
Okay,
want
like,
me to come to the word
Lois, 1 second,
vision,
bro. Let me do
and
this 1
then
second.
change the word to what's it? Action. I must change the word here.
Command.
To command. I must
Command,
change
yeah,
the
but
word
that's the word.
vision to command.
Yes.
Where does the Quran say
in understanding,
command?
yeah.
Where does it say command? In 105.
Okay. Thank you. Are you finished now? Can I speak now?
Can you just
Thank
tell
you.
me?
Now-
Go on, but can you tell me that?
Yes, I'm going to.
Yes.
Yes, I'm going to tell you. A
Yes,
second
please.
ago, I asked you in verse 102, the vision there, is that a command? You said to me, yes, it is. Right? Yes or no?
No, you asked me.
Oh, no.
No,
I
wait.
asked you a question, you said to me, yes.
Karim, you asked me, is a vision a command? Right? So contextually,
Yes.
we can verse and say, yes, a vision is a command because this is what Allah has shown him what he must do. Right?
Perfect.
But hold on.
So in this context, in this context, the command is the vision and the vision is the command.
No, now this is where the fine line is. Are
No,
you
no, no.
allowed?
Yes or
No,
no,
my
please
friend.
ask
No,
yes or
no,
no.
no. When it comes to the Quran, are you allowed to change the words of Allah? Are you allowed to?
Am I telling you that this is a change of the word?
No,
Or am I
my
telling you
guy.
how you're
Please
misunderstanding?
be honest with the Quran. Your name is Al Quran Al Karim.
No, you can't.
Give
Your
me
name
the
is Quran Al Karim.
translation.
You can't change
Because over
it.
there in
Bro,
South
listen.
Africa,
Bro,
you
1
guys
second.
use different
Bro,
English
Lois,
words
bro,
than
1
over here in
second. Lois,
America.
Aki, 1 second, bro. Please, let me try to with him. Look, I'm not changing the words that Allah has said, but what I am changing is your misunderstanding. I asked you now, in the context, does vision equal command? You said to me, yes. Correct?
In our discussion, yes. But when it
Just
comes
yes or no?
in our
Okay, 1
I
second.
said
Just
yes.
yes or no,
In our
please.
discussion,
We're talking
yes.
about
1
this
second.
That's what I
Lois,
said.
Aki, Lois, 1 second.
No.
1 second, bro.
What
So
he
in this-
wants
bro,
is
host-
for me to change
host.
it.
No. Host,
That's
1
what he
second, 1
wants.
second.
No.
Host, work with me here, please. I'm trying to be genuine. Be genuine, please. Look, in this context, vision equals command and command equals vision. Yes or no? In this context.
Well, in our discussion,
Yes or no?
yes.
It's a simple yes or no.
Yes.
Thank you.
Right.
Stick to that. Thank
Now,
you.
now,
So
please
now in our
be
discussion,
honest with
bro,
me.
can I land now? I'm not finished.
But-
Let me land and now you can talk after.
no,
Please let me
finish,
land.
finish.
Okay. I'll finish now. In verse 105, when you see the word vision, in our context, in our understanding, how do we understand the word vision? Do we not understand it as command?
No,
Yes or no?
not in your.
So why does it change from 101? So why does it change from 102 to 105? Tell me now. What's the difference between 102 and 105?
Because, my friend, please, you must
Uh-huh.
understand what you are doing now is dangerous for you as a Muslim. Number one, there
Can you
is
answer my
there-
question,
no
bro?
wait, hold
What's
on.
the
I'm
question
gonna
I asked you just
answer
now?
you. I'm
No.
gonna answer you. But
No,
you have
no,
to
be-
be
before you
patient.
do-
Be patient.
before you do, what's the
Be
question I
no
asked?
no. Be
What's the
patient.
question I
Be
asked?
patient.
What's the
You
question I
want
asked?
me to change the word vision in 105 to
No,
command. That's
That's
what
not
you
what I
want.
said.
That's what
That's
you
what I
said.
No, that's not
That's
what I said.
what you said.
This is why-
And I'm
this is
calling
why-
you
this is
out
why I
on
said
this.
to you-
I'm calling you out on it, and
No,
you
bro,
don't like
that's
it.
not what I said.
That's what you said.
That's not what I said. If this
Yes.
is what, okay, I'm gonna say it again. I want you to repeat what I said, just so I hear you can hear
You
me.
want me to
I want
change?
you-
You want me to change
No.
the word vision in
Can
the
you-
Quran to
Okay.
command? That's what you want, right?
No, I will tell you what I want, and
Oh
you can
my
repeat
gosh.
what I want, so then you can understand me.
You know,
I'll
I
tell you
wish,
exactly what I said.
I wish I
I
could
want
actually,
you-
I wish I could actually play this thing back to
Can
you.
I speak, bro?
But that's what
Can
you
I speak,
said.
bro? 1 second. Can I speak, bro? I'm gonna say it exactly now, and I want you to repeat what I said because you're not hearing me. I want you to go to 105, and I want you to change your understanding
No.
in the context of our conversation. Not the word, your understanding.
No.
The word ru'ya, vision. I want you to change your understanding and make that command.
No.
The same way you were able to do that, in 102.
No.
Were you able to do it in
What
102?
you said,
Okay,
you said, and I called you
Forget
out
what I
on
said.
this.
Forget what I said.
No.
What
What
did I
you
say
know,
just now?
I know this is
What
what
did I
you
say just
said,
now?
and I'm calling you out on this. You
What did I say just now? What did I
read
say just now?
105. You said read 105. Take 105, look at the
Mm-hmm.
word vision, and change it with the word command. And then I called you out. Can I change the word of Allah? You still have not answered me.
No.
Thank you.
No,
now,
you
if
can't.
the word of Allah
Okay.
says vision, we stick with vision, right?
Okay, 1 second. If we're going to stick with vision, go to
If the
102 and
word
stick
of
with vision
Allah,
there.
if the
No,
word
no,
says,
no,
if the
1
word
second.
says
No, I'm not
vision,
having
we're gonna
excuse
stick
me.
with vision, right?
Okay. Thank you. So go to 102.
I want you
find the
to
word
I
command
want
in
you to
102.
confess it. I want you to confess it. If the word says vision,
Yes.
we stick with vision. Right?
Yes.
Then your whole argument is falling flat. Your entire argument
No.
is collapsing.
Okay. Go to 102 and say that Allah commanded
We
you
can
without
we
vision.
can go to 102. In 102,
Without vision.
when he was old enough, the son here walked with him. Oh my dear son, Abraham said, oh my dear son, I have seen in a dream, I must sacrifice you in a dream. A dream is
So
a
where's the
vision.
word command? Where's the word command?
You
Where's the
said
word command?
You said it. That's why I called you out. You said it.
Okay. So, one minute. So you're telling me now God did not command Abraham to do it? God
No,
only
he
gave him a
said
vision.
in a dream. In a dream. You
So,
emphasized.
Where's the word command there?
No, hold on. You
Where's the word
emphasized.
command?
No, you emphasized that a vision is a command. You emphasized it. So when it came to
Yes, it is.
105, so you see what you're doing? Now you say it
Yeah.
is.
Okay,
Now
let's
when
see
it
you.
comes to 105, why does Allah not say command but he says vision? Now you want me to read it as a command and not vision. Why do you want me to change the book and not you?
Shall I tell you why?
Why?
You're going to let me answer now.
Why?
Because you took, look, I'll tell you why. Either you're going to understand.
Bruh, you already out of
102
Islam.
and not.
You're already out of Islam.
Can I finish or not? Are you going to let me finish or are you going to speak over me? Come on.
You
be
can
genuine.
you
I'm
you
trying to- I'm
can
trying
you
to
can
answer.
finish, please do.
Okay, so let me answer. Okay, if you read 102 and you take the understanding that the dream is a command, you have to then read number 5, 105, and understand that the fulfilled vision is the fulfilled command. That is reading in context. Yes or no?
No.
It's not.
The in 105, the fulfilled vision is just the fulfilled dream that Allah told him about in 102. You change
No?
it again.
Okay, and that.
Again.
1 minute. Was that dream a command? Was that dream a command?
No, it's just a dream that is a vision. Allah is
So,
more
okay,
correct than
that's
you.
Perfect. So,
It's just
no,
more
perfect.
correct than
Okay.
you.
Okay. 1 second. So the vision was just a vision, not a command.
My friend, listen. Do you know what a dream is?
No, yes or no?
No,
Come on, man.
do you know what
Listen.
the dream is? Do you know what the
No,
dream
no,
is?
no. Can you answer yes or no?
Are you saying
is
that-
the vision just a vision, not a command?
No, the vision is a vision, it's not a command.
Thank you. So 102 does not mention a command, then that's it.
Because it is a dream. It says in a dream. Is the dream a command?
dream, vision, same thing.
Is the dream a command? Please answer me.
So then, what's your whole?
Is
No,
the dream
no, I believe-
is the dream a command or vision? Yeah, one of the two.
No,
You
I
don't- so you don't know.
believe a dream. No, I'm answering you. What do you mean? Are you trying to answer for me? I believe that if a prophet has a vision or a dream, it can be a command from God.
Listen,
But
listen.
If you're going to try and change the meaning of that Quran verse,
listen.
no, don't take it like that. bro.
Listen. Do you believe prophets can have prophetic dreams?
Yes.
Now, is the prophetic dreams, if they fulfill the prophetic dream, they have fulfilled what they have seen in the dream, the vision that they have seen in the dream, correct?
Yes, and that can also.
How
be
does that
command as
become
well,
a
yes.
command? How does that become a command? How does that become a
Okay.
command?
If God, I'll tell you how. If God, and this is a perfect example here. Abraham has a son, and God showed him in a vision him sacrificing his son. He understood that to be God is telling me to sacrifice my son. That's why he took his son.
So in that dream, when he was sleeping, he had a vision, correct?
Yes.
He's following the vision that Allah has given him, correct?
He's following it as
He's
a command.
following the vision that Allah has given him in the dream,
As a
correct?
command.
Not as a command, my
command.
guy. Oh my God.
Okay. No. Can you read 102, please? In fact, his
No,
son
I've
replies to
read
him and says-
102 and
you haven't. Read out
I said your argument is collapsing because Allah speaks to him in a dream. He says to Isaac, he says, Ishaq, listen here, in a dream.
Do as you are. What does that
Oh
word
my
say?
God.
Can you read that word?
Listen to this.
Can you-
Guys, let's listen to this. Listen to this.
Can you-
And when,
can you read this word? What
listen to
does the word
this,
say?
listen to this. And when the son was old enough to walk with him, Abraham said, "Oh my dear son, I have seen in a dream." Now let's read Sahih International. that was picked
Keep
out.
reading.
No,
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 keep
no,
reading
no,
the
no,
whole way.
no,
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 finish
wait,
the verse.
hold on.
Finish the verse.
Let me finish it.
Finish the verse.
In the dream that I must sacrifice thee, so look, that twinkest thou. He said, O my father, do which thou art commanded. Allah's willing.
Thank you, so it's a
Wait.
command. So it's a
Wait.
command. So it's a command.
No.
You as you are.
Isaac
Repeat
is
that word
saying,
again.
Isaac is saying, do as thou commanded. Isaac is saying, but Allah showed him in a dream.
So Isaac is saying.
No, Isaac is saying.
Isaac is saying that.
Bruh,
What-
Isaac,
what's
no,
Isaac
my
saying?
friend. Whoa,
What's Isaac saying?
you conflating the issues here. You conflating the
What's
issues.
Isaac saying?
Listen to what Abraham
What's
said.
Isaac saying?
No, Abraham is saying, "Oh my
Forget what
son,
Abraham said. What did Isaac say,
listen to what Allah says here in the text. He says to Abraham, Abraham says to his son, I have seen in a dream. In other words, that's why in 105 Allah says it's not a command, it is a vision fulfilled.
So
It
what
is
did Isaac
it
say to
is
his father when he
Isaac.
told him?
It is only Isaac that says
What did Isaac say to him?
Isaac says it's a command. Did Allah say it's a command?
Thank you. I take.
No,
the,
did
I take the
Allah
understanding of
Allah
Isaac.
say did
I
Allah
take-
say what you pick on what
I take
Isaac
the understanding of
says?
Isaac.
Now why does Allah say
Yes.
why does Allah say in verse 105 vision and not command? Come now.
Because a vision can be a command. Thank you very much. That's easy answer. Carry on.
No. That is not the answer.
A vision can be a command.
Do you
A
no,
vision can
okay,
be a
okay.
command. What's the
So
problem?
Isaac's comment is better than what Allah say in 105.
No, because Allah does not say a vision cannot be a command.
No, Allah says about the dream and He shows him the vision. Then Isaac says it's a command. You go after Isaac instead of Allah. You out of Islam. What are you still doing here?
No, where does Allah say that a vision cannot be a command?
Because it's Allah refers to a dream, and in 105 He refers to a vision. He's never saying one.
Do you
He's
understand the question I
He's
asked?
never saying command,
I
my
asked
friend.
you,
Listen. He's
Where
never
does
saying
Allah-
command.
Where does Allah?
Where-
Excuse me,
okay.
What's the question I asked you?
So where does
What's the question I
Allah
asked
where
you?
does Allah say command? Where does Allah say command?
Allah mentions that the Prophet Isaac saw it as a command. Why did he mention that for?
Where does Allah say it's a command?
The Prophet Abraham understood.
Where
it as
does
a command,
Allah
and so
say?
did his
Where
son.
does Allah say it's a command?
Where does Allah say it's not a command? There. See, it all falls
No,
now. Where does Allah say it's not a
because you're in a corner and you don't know how to get out of this. Because I showed you your own
No,
Quran.
it is you.
I showed you your
No,
own
you live in the
Quran.
corner.
I showed your own Quran by
no.
saying in verse 105, Allah does not refer to command as in verse 102. Allah refers to vision because it is Isaac that says command. It is not Allah that says command. Now you want to be clever and say, where does Allah not say it's a command?
Yeah.
Why can't you?
Look,
Why
the
can't you?
Prophet Abraham. I'll tell you why. The Prophet Abraham understood it as a command. His son understood it as a command. And you're telling me Allah says that is not a command. Prove to
Then
me Allah says
why
that is not a command.
why does Abram says a dream and not a command? Why does he say a dream?
It don't matter what he said. A
It
dream can be a
matters.
command. A command. It doesn't. I'll tell you why.
It
I'll tell
matters.
you why, bro. I'll tell you
Oh
why.
my God!
I'll tell you why it doesn't.
Oh my head! No, you see,
Look,
this
look,
is the thing
have you
about
finished
Muslims.
laughing? Have you
My
finished
friend, my friend.
Have you finished
My
laughing?
friend. The universal belief of Islam does not apply to any prophet before him, before Muhammad. Does not apply.
Okay. Can I answer now after you
Can
finish
you
laughing?
agree with me?
A-
It does
a-
not apply. It does not apply.
What is my definition of a Muslim? You still, I gave you
Submit.
the
That's
definition of
that's
Muslim.
just it. Submit in terms of actions.
it.
That's actions. That's it. Submit in terms of actions.
No, in terms of actions and belief.
No,
Actions and
no,
belief. that's it.
not belief. Because why? Did the
Why not
Jews,
belief?
did all of the prophets before Muhammad believe in Allah as God? Did they believe in it?
Yes, they believed in the description of Allah. Yes.
Beautiful. So then, can I call Allah Elohim?
If you want to, no problem.
What does Elohim mean?
Elohim, this means God, no?
Elohim doesn't mean God. Elohim is just a title.
Okay. Do you want to give?
The
we have different, we have 99 names for Allah.
definition,
What's
the
issue?
definition of Elohim is a plurality of beings. So can I say Allah is a plurality of beings?
No.
Thank you. Then none of the prophets before Muhammad believed in Allah as God.
can you substantiate and prove that all the prophets called Allah Elohim?
I cannot prove that all the prophets called Allah Elohim because they believed
That was
God
the issue.
is. They believe God is plural. God is Elohim, my guy. Not singular like your God.
Prove that.
So-
No.
Genesis,
Prove that.
Genesis
Prove
chapter
that.
1. Genesis chapter 1. Genesis chapter
Why
1.
do exactly? So your proof is the Bible. First, substantiate why we should take the Bible as proof.
What do you mean by the Bible? The Bible is not the proof. What do you mean? Because the Quran
Why is it
confirms
proof?
it. The Quran confirms both the Torah and the
so you
Injil.
wanna-
It
you wanna talk
confirms it. So if you
So you want to
say,
talk about the Islamic dilemma, yeah?
my friend,
Let's talk about the
my,
Islamic
my,
dilemma.
my
Let's
friend,
go. No,
does
you wanna
wait,
go,
hold
let's
on,
go.
hold on. Does the Quran not stipulate clearly that when it talks about the Torah and the Injil, does it not talk about it?
It
Clearly.
doesn't talk about the Old Testament. or the
My
New
guy,
Testament.
please stop waffling around and jump around in circles. Does the Quran make the unambiguous statement when it talks about the Torah? Does it talk about the Torah?
The one given to Moses, yes.
The one that it gave to Moses contained the book of Genesis, right?
Says who? Prove that.
Okay, then prove to me that the book that was given to Moses does not have the Genesis in it. Prove to me that. Don't worry,
It's
I'll wait.
not me that's making the statement. It's you that's making the statement, not me.
Because the statement that I'm making is because the Torah that I have is the Torah that was in the time of Moses. The Torah that you're talking about saying, prove to me that it does.
Prove it.
Can I
Yeah.
prove?
So you said Genesis was at the time of Moses. Prove it.
In the time of Moses? Who did Allah give the Torah to?
Moses.
Thank you. And now, what was in the Torah?
We don't have it today.
No, that's a cheapskate idea to run away from the actual truth. What was in
We
the
don't have
Torah?
it today.
What now?
Prove
Now, if the Quran says, wait, hold on. If the Quran says that it was given to Moses, the Quran or any of your sources must clearly stipulate what was in the book that was given to Moses before, for some reason, it got lost or abrogated. What was in that Torah that was given to Moses? Tell me.
Why does the Quran need to stipulate a previous revelation? What was
Because the
inside?
Quran says there's a book called the Torah, and you, Quran Al-Karim says it is lost, it is not there. Now, if the Quran makes mention of it, the Quran must give its sources to say what was in that book. In other words, the Quran can just say, nah, it was a Torah. Don't worry about it. It was a Torah. There we go. But we don't have to say anything about it. Now prove to me the book that Allah has given to Moses, the book of Genesis, Exodus, Numbers, Leviticus, was not in that book. Show me.
I'm not the one claiming anything was
No,
given to
you
Moses.
are the one
You're
that
the one said
opened
Genesis
up
was
your
given to
mouth.
Moses.
You opened up your mouth just now to
Yes.
say you don't have the book. Now show me if the Quran
don't.
if the Quran. Now again you're saying it. Again you're saying it. But the Quran say he got
Yeah.
a book called the Torah. Where is the Torah that was given to Moses, which the Quran is talking about? Where's that book?
It was corrupted and lost.
How do you know it was corrupted? How do you know it was corrupted?
Because the Quran says so.
Okay, so the Quran says it was corrupted, the very same book that was given to Moses, correct?
Yes.
So give evidence that the Quran can provide a Torah that was given to Moses that is corrupted today. Where is that Torah?
Allah never preserved this book and it is been lost and corrupted. What's the problem there?
Guys, oh my God. Oh yes, listen to this. Finally,
what's your opinion?
wait, hold on. Finally,
You made the claim, not
wait, hold on. Finally, a Muslim said Allah has never preserved the Torah. Listen to this. A Muslim says,
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Quran, Allah has never preserved the Torah. If Allah has never preserved the Torah, does He preserve corrupted scripture?
Who said Allah preserved the corrupted
Because you say he never protected it. He never preserved it. That means if it was not preserved, it might have been corrupted. Now show me from your mouth. Give me your scripture. Give me your evidence. Give me your proof. Put it on the table that Allah has never preserved the book. Show me anything. I'll become a Muslim I'll become a Muslim right now. I'll take my shahada. I'll do the wabalaka, that magic words. I'll do it if you can show me that the Torah that was given to Moses is corrupted and Allah has never preserved that book. Show me. I'm putting you to the test. We're not moving anywhere until you provide me that evidence that Allah has never preserved the book, and the book that was given to Moses is corrupted. Show me. I want you to.
So you wait. So you're telling me
I
that
want you
you
hear
want me to show
nothing.
you-
I want to hear nothing. I want to hear your lies coming through by showing me evidence that the book that was given to Moses, the Torah, was corrupted. And in that book was never the book of Genesis, Exodus, Numbers, Leviticus, which is the Torah himself. And that Allah has never preserved that book. Show me. Don't say anything. Give me that evidence. I'm putting you in a corner here, Quran Al-Kareem.
So you want to see evidence of corruption in the Old Testament?
I want to no. Remember when I said the Old Testament that I have, you rejected it. You said, no, that is not what Moses was given. So then you said the book that Allah has given Moses is the original Torah. Then you said that book was corrupted. Then you said that that thing was never preserved. I want evidence from the Islamic Ummah right now to prove what you said is true. Give me evidence.
See, you want to? I'm trying to
Give
understand.
me
You want
evidence.
to
No,
give
no,
you-
I don't want you to understand anything.
See.
I'm very clear. I'm very, very clear. What I want.
You want
what,
me to give you evidence?
Yes, you give me evidence. Allah gave
I'm
Moses
just
the
saying what you said out loud. 1 second.
Allah gave Moses the Torah. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The Torah of Moses that was given by Allah never had the books, the first 5 books of the Torah. Number 2 is that Allah never
When did I
preserved
say
that
that?
book.
When did I say that? Wait. When did I say that? I said to you, look, I said it very clearly. The Torah you currently have today has things taken out, things added, man-made speech, all type of stuff in there. That's what the Torah today has. And you cannot prove to me,
Guys.
that is the same book given to Moses.
Guys, if you want to go watch this, the replay of this specific discussion, go onto my YouTube channel at King Apologetics. Go check it out. Go rewind it. Go listen to what this man said. He said that the five books of Moses was never given to Moses by Allah. That's number 1. Number 2, he said it was corrupted. Number 3, the book of Genesis, Exodus, Numbers, and Leviticus does not exist within the Torah that was given by Allah. And that
When did I say
book
that?
is
I
not
never said that.
preserved. Please go onto my
Okay.
YouTube
This-
channel, guys.
listen.
Go
Okay,
hear
you
what it
finish me
says
now.
and report back to me, because that is the truth that I'm speaking. Now, Al-Kareem, show me.
This is what I'm saying.
Give me the evidence. Give me the evidence for what you have said. Give me the evidence that Allah has never
I have
preserved the
said-
Torah. Give me the evidence.
Okay. So you're sitting here right now saying you want evidence from me that the Torah is corrupted.
Because that came out of your mouth.
Yes, of course. You want evidence for that, yeah?
Now, that evidence, now, remember, you cannot use my book
No,
anymore.
don't run now.
You cannot use my book anymore.
Don't run from that now.
No, you.
So you
The
want
whole
evidence
time
that
I
was
told
corrupted.
you, you cannot use my book because you said it is corrupted. So if you want to jump to a corrupted book now, you're making a big mistake, because the onus is on you to prove. You must now prove that the book that was given to Moses by Allah is corrupted, number 1. Number 2, that the 5 books of Moses is not in that book. Number 3, that Allah has never preserved that book. And number 4, there's corruption. You need to prove it. That's the 4 points you made. Came out of your mouth. Prove it. I want the proof.
Okay.
Shona,
the
you
Dead
here?
Sea Scrolls today, I'm telling you, the Dead Sea Scrolls today have differences that you will find in the current day Torah.
My friend, can you give me the book that Allah gave to Moses?
No, I can't give you that book.
So how on earth can you say things like it is corrupted? It is not given by Moses, given by Allah to Moses. It never had the first 5 books of the Torah in that book. How can you say that it was never preserved? How can you say that? How dare you say that coming out of your mouth?
The New Testament and the Old Testament were never
Leave
preserved.
New Testament.
We
I'm
have-
nothing
we
to do
have
with. I'm nothing
evidences.
to do with New Testament and Old Testament. I'm talking about the Torah.
You know the New Testament
I'm
is
talking
changed.
about the Torah. I'm talking about the Torah. The Torah that you say Allah never preserved. Allah never gave to Moses. Allah, it's the first 5 books is not in that book. That Torah, I'm looking for that Torah. You open up your mouth, you took a chance, you think that you're dealing with a moron. I'm pushing you now in a corner. Show the book. Show the evidence.
I can show you evidence.
Show the evidence. Show the evidence that in the time of Moses. No, don't cry, Habibi. Don't cry now. Habibi, you shouldn't cry.
Can I land? I'm trying to talk.
Don't land anything. Don't land anything. All I want you to land on, is to show me the evidence. Show me the book that was given to Moses. Show that the first 5 books is not within the book that was given to Moses, and Allah has never preserved that book. Show me that evidence.
Okay. I will start backwards now. Allah has never preserved the Torah, firstly. Because Allah mentions that He never preserved it in the Quran. There's no promise of preservation given for the Torah. That's the first one dealt with. I can bring you the verse and show you that if I wanted to. Now, in terms of corruption within the Torah, there is corruption evident in the Old Testament today. I can bring you verses that contradict themselves. I can give you historical accounts of 2 events, and both events happen at the same time, and there's contradictions within the verses.
Show the book. Show the book. Show the original book. Show it.
Okay. I can't show you the original book, and neither can you.
Because you don't have it. Because you don't have it. You don't have it.
You don't have it.
Thank you very much.
That's my whole claim.
There, my guy.
You don't have it. I don't have it.
Thank you.
We both don't have it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
King.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Kus daar 'n stront
You
praat.
saved him. Oh my good golly, you saved him, bro.
Hou gaan dit so man.
You saved him.
Hou gaan dit voort. Ek begin met charge kry sorry man. My God,
No,
these
it's all good.
Muslims.
You saved his Batsweiser, bruh. You actually saved him now. Who else is here?
My God.
Bruh, you
My
saved
God.
him. That's all I'm saying.
This is Islam.
You saved him. You
This
saved his
is
Batsweiser.
Islam. Wow.
You rescued him.
My God.
You literally became his
Saved
Messiah
just now.
and then. Yeah, you saved him. He's salvation. You know what? I would have pulled another classic on him. Something that I have discovered over the last few days is that no, I'm not playing all my cards now. Wait. I want them to come up. Because bruh, a simple question. Muslims, if you are in this life, can you prove that Muhammad believed in all the prophets prior to him? That's my only question. And then you need to substantiate your answer with reason. And do not go to the Bible.
Sean, let me ask you this. Is there a difference between a dream, a vision, and a command?
Yeah, there is.
Can you draw the distinction between a dream, a vision, and a command? Can you draw the distinction? Please.
Okay, visions you can get
let me ask
whether
you
you are awake or you are sleeping. Dreams
Is
is mostly
difference
unless you
between
are
a
classified
dream,
and you daydreaming.
a vision,
But dreams are normally it's normally situated in the structure of sleep. And command is something that is given to perform a task. In the
Yeah.
simplicity thereof.
okay. Now watch this.
Oh, R, you want me to answer the question? Sorry, R asked me to ask the question again. Here's the question. It's very simple. If you are a Muslim, okay, and practicing the religion of Islam, can you prove to me that Muhammad believed in all the prophets prior to him? And please substantiate your answers with facts and evidence. I shall wait. No, I heard the argument. I was just busy cleaning the kitchen. I heard the argument of Isaac and Abraham, and you were right. He was trying to be a clever boy, and he couldn't actually. He refuted himself by making such claims.
So I'm just talking to the guys on YouTube. I'm so sorry, guys. So sorry, guys,
I-
by not
no, 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 it's all
acknowledging by not acknowledging the guys here on on YouTube. I was just very heated because it doesn't make sense. Let's make a bunch of claims without proving evidence from the claim of the Quran. That's right. That's exactly my point. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. Please forgive me. What's up?
Or request up, and then you come and explain to me,
Yo.
please. I can't invite you unless the host can invite you.
I love the chat and the support here in YouTube at the moment. It's just absolutely fantastic. Look here, Sean. My thing is, and this is what I was trying to do. We know that there's a difference between a dream, a vision,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
a command. We know that's
Yeah.
I can see in a dream, it's not necessarily a command.
Correct.
All right. I think this is your guest. Yeah, I think this is your person. Sorry, man.
Is it R?
Yeah, it's R.
Nice.
I'm just gonna mute if
R,
you guys
good
are,
evening.
if you're gonna go.
Hello?
How's it, R?
Yeah, I'm good, and you?
Good.
Wait,
I've asked a
before-
question. Take the Prophet
before you go on,
Muhammad
yeah,
in-
I wanted to address the host because of something he said, right? He said a vision is not a command, right? But I have a question. In the book of Revelations, right? John wrote the book of Revelations, right? But
That's right.
Jesus revealed himself to him. Didn't he say, write what you are about to see? Didn't he command him to write what he is about to see?
But that's a revelation.
No, you said he got a vision, right? He got a vision, and God commanded him, or Jesus commanded him to write what he's about to see.
Yeah, that's a vision.
Wasn't that a command?
That's a vision.
Yeah, but didn't he got a command to write?
He got the
write it
command.
out?
He got the command to write it down. The vision is.
So it can be a command, right?
So the command is to write what he see, which is the vision. Correct.
Yeah.
So he
So-
must write
but
it down. But the
Yeah,
argument
but
of
you
your
said-
the argument of your brother is something different. He argues against the Quran. Do you know what the argument is in the Quran?
Can you repeat it respectfully, please?
Okay, so what has happened based on this? He took me to, let me see if I can open it up for you. Is it still here? Yeah. He took me to chapter 37, Surah As-Safat, 102 to 105. Okay?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
in 102, sorry, Sean, you can go now for a second. Sorry, guys.
No, it's all good. It's all
He
good.
says in 102 specifically, it says, and when he reached with him the age, the boy, all right, age of exertion, he said, "O my son, indeed I have seen in a dream that I must sacrifice you, so see what you think." He said, now the boy replied, "O my father, do as you are commanded." Okay? So there is a difference. There is Abraham has the vision, the dream. Abraham has the dream. And then Isaac says, "Do as you commanded." Then your brother took me to 105. Now listen to when Allah speaks, right? Now Allah speaks in 105 and he says, "You have fulfilled the vision." So he's not talking about the vision that Allah is talking about, the dream that was given to Abraham. Right? So what your brother wanted me to do is to take that word vision in 105 and change it to a command. I said, no. How can we change it to a command if Allah clearly and make the verbatim statement in the Quran and say vision? So why do you want me to
but
change
that's
it to a
why-
command? Why do you want me to do it?
No. I understand what you're trying to say, but that's why I also brought up the verse in Revelation, right? That what the brother was trying to say is, it is not always a vision, is not always a command, and a command is not. That's what he wanted to say. He didn't say that it is necessarily a command, but he said it can be a command, not that it is always a command. That is what he was trying to say.
No, he emphasized that I must change the word vision in 105 and put in command instead of vision. So now, by your conscience, do you think it's fair for any person in the world to take a word from the Quran and change it to fit the narrative when Allah does not say that specific word?
Well, I mean, there is context behind it, and you just read it, right? You just read it, and as I said, I mean, you cannot. I agree with you. You cannot. But If there is content behind it, as I just explained to you, that what the brother was trying to say is, I mean, you said, right, a vision is not a command, and I just told you, you are right, it is not, but it can be. Nowhere does it say it cannot be a command.
We cannot
That
go
was the
to
point. What it was.
we cannot go to take the Bible in the book of Revelation and then go to the Quran and says, listen here, because the book of Revelation say, write this vision down in terms of the command that Jesus gave to John on the Isle of Patmos, and then come to the Quran and say, listen here, okay, apply the same ideology or the thinking system in the Quran. You guys do believe that the verbatim word of Allah has always been perfectly preserved, never been changed. Why do we come now in this century and say, oh, wait, hold on, guys, contextually we can look at something and just say, okay, vision can now become command. Are we not changing the word of Allah in this specific regard?
But the brother then asked you, is it always a command? And you said it doesn't always have to not be a command. That's what the brother asked, because you just, as you said, right, vision has one meaning. There is no many meanings about vision, right? So if God gives me a vision, right, and tells me, it commands me, go to this city, or go and bring me this, or go and do that, right? It is a command, but it doesn't always have to be a command. That is what the brother tried to tell you.
No, he verbatimly wanted me to do that. I don't know I don't know when did you came into the conversation. I'm not sure, really. But that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to make the distinction. He said, listen here, there is a dream. Oh, by the way, sorry, in 102, Isaac says, do as you command. And then he said the words. He said, okay, we can take that command and say, that command here, Isaac knows better than what Allah says in 105. So I stopped in them and said, and this is where the argument says, you can't do that. It is impossible. You have to take what Allah gives you. And he wanted to force his way. No, vision can become command. So I said, no, not in the Quranic text. Sorry, I am a Christian. Please do understand. I'm a Christian. I understand your paradigm. So when it comes to the Christian view, some Christians, not me, but when I look at it and said, listen here, if you hold to the position that Allah has perfectly preserved the book, then stick to it.
But wait, but you said vision, but you did something wrong there. I think you didn't realize it. Vision does not become command. You get the command in your vision. It does not become command. Let's as an example, right? If you get a dream from God, right, and He commands you to do something, the dream does not become a command. You get the command inside of your dream, right, or your vision. The vision does not become a command. That's what the brother was trying to say. When he got the vision, right, he got the command to take his son, right, and to kill him, but to unalive him, right. So and then he went to his son and told him about it, right. And that's what the brother wanted to say. He didn't say necessarily. He didn't want to change it, but I think you misunderstood it, right?
No, I understood it perfectly. I understood it perfectly. I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to change it. I'm going to stick to what the Quran says. Chapter 1, in verse 102, dream. Verse 105, vision. That's it. Whether you like it or not, that's what Allah says. I'm going to hold to it. What can you blame me? When is this to
No, but did you understand? Did you understand my explanation?
No,
or did you say
I understand, because what you were saying is that, and I'm going to steel man your point. What you are saying is that, King, listen here. A dream, when you get a dream, and the dream has a direction on what you should do. You should see that as a command from God. Therefore, you say, so a dream can possibly become a command. But now, I understand when you say it can possibly be a command, because I don't want to misrepresent you or strawman your position here. But my argument is, even if that is a command according to our understanding, the Quran goes against it by saying, here's the word dream, here's the word vision, right? Because you can have a dream, and you can see in your dream what is known as a vision, does not necessarily mean you have to act on it. But in verse 102, Abraham speaks the dream to Isaac by saying, I have seen in a dream that I should sacrifice you. All right? And the boy then says, listen, then do as commanded. Allah never says commanded, but what Allah says, you have fulfilled the vision. So, Okay, Allah says it is a vision. But now,
But
it not necessarily did Allah say from his own mouth, Abraham you fulfilled the command. He said vision.
But why would God then say you have fulfilled something if it wasn't a command? Why would He say you have fulfilled it if it wasn't a command?
Yeah, because dreams often can be depicted as visions. Not all dreams is the same, but when you feel that the unction of God is in the dream and He's directing you, you follow the vision that God has given you. It's a vivid. It's in your mind. But does it necessarily mean that you have to act on it? Not necessarily. But if you fulfill it, you fulfill what you have seen through vision.
But look, I understand your point 100%, but the thing is, I also said, I think you are not addressing my point and saying, I get your point, right? A dream, he didn't have to act on it, but I mean, you're not gonna get a random dream and say, hey, somebody is telling me to do something, right? But Abraham, when he got the vision, right, or the dream, he went to his son and said, this is what God has taught me. And in the other verse that you just quoted, right, you said he has fulfilled it. So how can you fulfill something, right, if nobody has given you a task? What is there to fulfill if there is no task?
No, I think you misunderstand, because why Allah never tells him to fulfill it. Allah just shows him the vision. There's no speech of Allah in the dream. So it is just a vision. So Allah is right in 105.
Yeah, but that was the test. It was the test to take his child and unalive him. So God was not going to tell him, go unalive your son. He showed him the dream, the vision, right? And in the vision, it was shown what he should do with his son, and he took his son and he wanted to unalive him, and God said, stop, don't unalive your child. And the other verse that you just quoted, it just affirmed or confirmed what the previous verse was saying, that he has fulfilled what was commanded to him. I understand the word command was not in that verse, but you can take the word command, right, and put it there, because what is there to fulfill?
But the verbatim speech of Allah in terms of what the command actually is was not in the dream. So we still at dream and vision. That's it. No command. The command only comes from Isaac. That's all that Isaac says.
Wait, can you repeat what Isaac said?
Isaac just
What
says.
did
Isaac says in 102. Let me go back to 102 for you. Let me read it for you. And when he reached with him exertion, he said, "O my son, indeed I have seen in a dream that I must sacrifice you." Do you see there? I have seen in a dream that I must sacrifice you. Then Isaac said, "So see what you think." He said, "O my father, do as you are commanded." So in the dream, there is no speech of Allah to say, because Abraham says, "Oh my son, indeed I have seen in the dream, I had the vision in the dream that I must sacrifice you." So in 105, Allah is right when He says vision, not command.
But look, respectfully, you took out one word. When Moses told him, right, he said, you must. And when somebody says you must do something, it is a command. If I tell you you must go to the store and buy groceries, it is a command. That's why you cannot take the word must. He said you must. He didn't say you have to. He said you must, and must is a command. If I tell you you must bring me my money back, it is a command.
In Sahih International, the word must is in parentheses. That means that the word must is put in there to make the sentence complete. The word must doesn't belong there. Yeah, and you know it very well.
You just read.
No, it says, "Indeed, I have seen in a dream that I." Remember, it says I, and then in the parentheses they've put in the word must to make it fit. There, they should not put in the word must there. If it reads, the Pictal will read that correctly. It says, "And when was old enough to walk with him, said, Oh my dear son, I have seen in a dream that I must sacrifice thee. So look, what thinkest thou? He said, O my father, do that which thou hast that thou art commanded." All right, in relation to the dream and the vision. Now, what I'm saying is, if you go to verse 105, Allah confirms the dream and the vision by saying, you have fulfilled the vision. Allah does not say you have fulfilled the command. You understand? You should obviously understand this. I don't think we can go any further.
I understand it. I understand it. But
Then let's not argue about it. Let's not argue
That's why I
about it.
also ask you. I mean, we don't need to argue, but
No.
then there is also some questions. Why is there something to fulfill if there is no command or there is no task to do? Why
Because-
is there something to fulfill?
because
What
the-
is there to fulfill?
The task is evident within the dream. It's in the dream.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
You got the task in the dream, so it is a command, right?
No,
It is a command.
No.
Bro, you just look respectfully, but you just read that Moses and that Abraham said
Abraham.
this. Yeah, Abraham said, I must unalive you, right? And what do you think about it? And
According-
then Isaac replied,
According to the dream. Isaac says command. Isaac says command. Commanded. That's what Isaac says. Allah does not say command. Allah in 105 does not say command. He says the vision. The dream is a vision. Please, Allah's right. Let's leave it there. Allah's right. He says vision.
So you're
He
telling
doesn't
me
say command.
So you're telling me Abraham saw something wrong because Abraham,
No.
you just read. He said you must fulfill it, bro. You're trying to take that verse must, right? That word must, and throw it out of the room. You cannot throw the word must out of the room, bro. If I tell you must do, if I
Is-
tell go on.
Is Allah's word the verbatim speech of Allah?
Well, what does that mean? Sorry, I don't understand that word.
Is
I'm
it
not-
the complete word as received by Muhammad? Is that the word which you read the Quran? Is that the verbatim word of Allah? Word by line,
Yeah.
word by word, precept upon precept, concept upon concept. It is what it is.
Yeah, this. Yeah.
Allah
Yeah,
Allah never says command.
Bro, because look, as I said, that's why I ask you, why was the word must involved in this sentence? Why would he say you must do it? Because if I tell you you must go outside and buy groceries or you must give me my money,
We're
I
arguing
am commanding
semantics.
you to do something.
We're arguing semantics now.
Look, I get your point. It is not the wrong. I mean, I see why you ask that. I completely understand that. But I mean, if you also read and you try to understand it, you would understand. I mean, it is not necessarily a command. Yeah, I get you. But you cannot also not say it was not a command because why would Abraham said I must? He could have said I have to, or this is what I have seen. But he used the
what
word
he has
I
seen.
must.
That's right. That is what he has seen in the dream. That is what he has seen. The sacrifice of his son. That he has seen. That's the vision that he has seen in the dream. That's why Allah says in
Yeah.
105, vision, not command. Thank you. Done. Sean, you want to take over?
Well, no problem. Look, I can come back later, right? I'm gonna follow you. I'll be back. I'll be back soon, right? I
All
have to
right.
leave us.
Shabare. No problem.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too, sir. Thank you very much. So, sorry, Sean.
No, he wanted to talk to you. He clearly don't want to talk to me. Yeah. He wants to talk to me.
Let me get some water because my mouth is dry. Tomorrow morning, there's a big fight, guys. UFC, I just saw it now.
What?
There's a massive
He's
fight.
fighting who?
UFC tomorrow, 12th of July. Oh, Lord. This is waking up early.
Is it Mo? Is
Conor McGregor,
versus
Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway. Conor
So they're
McGregor
fighting in the
and
cave
and Max Holloway. Oh my Lord, it's an epic fight.
I do not know who you're talking about.
You know who's fighting? Who's fighting before the main event? Paddy. Paddy is fighting
No,
before
it's
the
all
main
good
event.
R. All good R. Who's fighting who?
Paddy is fighting Benoit Saint Denis, and then the final one is Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway. We gotta be up at 5 tomorrow morning. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Oh my!
Unfortunately, I am not doing that to myself.
Oh no! I'm doing it. I'm getting up. I'm getting up early for
The
the
last time I
UFC.
did that, I was disappointed. So I'm not doing that again.
Yeah. Yep. Looking forward to the fight. Sub, it's true. The guys here in YouTube, we watching the fight tomorrow morning. Ooh, my gosh, it's gonna be epic. It's gonna be epic. Max Holloway. Let me just give you a rundown of who Max Holloway is. Max Holloway, 27 wins. 9. This is 9 draws, 0 knockouts. 0 knockouts. Right? Then we have Conor McGregor, 22-6, 0, my friend. Am I saying it right? This is the main event of the evening. Fighting out of the blue corner.
Get ready for a night to remember.
Oh
It's not gonna be a
man.
boring fight. Max and Connor are both stand-up guys. No, are whether it is an up to. I watched half of the rugby tonight and I got bored. I started reading.
It's gonna
I
be a
don't watch
boring
TV a
fight.
lot, so
Max and McConnell.
so
standing
I
there.
won't spend my time in getting up so early to watch.
R is right. R is right. They are both stand-up guys. So in other words, what R is saying they can go toe to toe with one another in boxing. You know, in fighting, they can do it. He's right. They're not grapplers. R is right. But that's what I would like to see. R blood. There's gotta be
But
blood.
I'm not getting up to watch it,
There's-
unfortunately.
I'm gonna watch it. Hey, I'm adjusting the timer tonight. Someone is gonna watch it. Someone gonna watch the fight.
But I'm all in.
That's me. Yeah. So this is that's the topic. Wait, let me get water. I want to see it.
Go get your amounts.
Woohoo!
But Marlene, ek het die halftime gekyk en toe besluit ek I'm gonna start reading, and then I switched over close to the finish of the tennis, the women's Wimbledon final, and I watched a peak of that, and then I switched over from that to the History Channel, and then I switched back over to the rugby again, and then I switched over to Wimbledon, and then I continue reading, and then I went to go and clean the kitchen.
Oh yeah. Stuff.
Not interested.
Why is the Muslims not coming up, guys? Keep on tapping the guy. Come on, guys. It's 2,000 likes. 2,000 likes, guys. We have to push it. We have to push it. We have to push it to get it up, man. To get it into the algorithm.
Dis maar begin 'n koortjie speel, jong.
Let's see. Let's see, man. Yeah. Need to get it up. Need to get it up. Need to get it up, man. Tough. Okay, perfect. Not perfect. Yeah. I want to get guys, keep on tapping the screen, guys. Don't just sit there with your fingers idle. You know what the Bible talks against being idle? Tap with your fingers. Bible says you mustn't be idle. What's wrong with you?
If you're idling, just pull your handbrake up and don't have the car in gear.
These guys. Hey. Let's see. Nothing much, guys. Nothing much.
Oh, All Black. Oh, Bokke versus All Blacks.
Hey, All Blacks is gonna win.
Hey, totally close.
The Boks in this game and the game previously didn't play well.
Well, in general, South African rugby is in danger because of the domestic front. Yeah,
That was
the
Mali.
domestic
Yeah,
front
man.
isn't doing good. The guys are tired. They're playing too much rugby. That's a big problem. But yeah, it's not my circus, not my monkeys.
Sorry?
Ek gaan niks van my af as hulle wen of verloor, so ek is fine.
Oh, this is not yet. Ik het de appel. All right. Let's see. Which will know? The Red Dragons.
Wie alles.
Alles wat alles. I didn't actually want to come up and have this particular discussion because, Sean, I think Mark chapter 13. Mark chapter 13. Mark chapter 13 is a extremely interesting chapter, right? Extremely interesting chapter.
Why you say so?
Because
Substantiate your answers.
I'm going to substantiate my claim in 3 verses, and then I'm going to look at explaining why I say what I say. Right? I think the argument of the Muslims when it comes to, or anyone when it comes to Mark chapter 13 verse 32, Mark 13, 32, that's Dude's song. Anyone that takes that specific verse and compare it to Jesus not knowing the hour is making a fundamental mistake. And I want to bring up the verse, right? I want to bring up the verse. Bible Gateway, and I'm going to go to ESV, and I'm going to explain why I say so. Today I had some time. I took some time out. I took a little bit of reading, which was very, very interesting for me, and it was beautiful. Basically, let me see.
Just want to say, when you come online and you put your camera on, you must wear a hoodie.
That's how we do. That's what we do. So Mark 13, 32. But I will first want to go to the ESV. I'm going to explain why I say that anyone that brings up this is an argument against Christ is not knowing the hour, is making fundamental mistakes. Fundamental mistakes. Let's go to Mark 13, 32. I want to go to Mark 13. All right, the destruction of the temple. And I specifically want to go to the ESV because I think there's better understanding in terms of writing of the ESV, in the ESV.
Yeah, English reads much better, bro.
Yeah. I want to start off with reading from verse 1 to verse 4. It's not a lot of verses, it's actually easy reading. Now watch this, what happens over here. It says, and he...
Mark 1, verse 4.
No, chapter 13 from 1 to 4.
Oh.
Right? This has to deal with the hour, the hour dilemma. Watch this. And he came out of the temple. One of his disciples says to him, look, teacher, what wonderful stones and what wonderful buildings. And Jesus said to him, do you see these great buildings? These will not be left one stone upon another, that will not be thrown down. Verse 3. And he said on the Mount of Olives opposite the temple, Peter and James and John asked, and Andrew, so the disciples was with him, and Andrew asked him privately, tell us, when will these things be? Right? When will these things be? And what will be the sign of when all these things are about to be accomplished? Now, 13:32, if we jump all of the verses and go to everybody's favorite verse that Jesus says, he said, but concerning that day or the hour, no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. Okay? So the argument is that Jesus does not know the hour, therefore Jesus is not God. But let's be real with the text. If we look at eschatology in this particular text, then we find that the question is not, is Jesus God? The question is not about his divinity. The question is, when will all of these things happen? That is the question. Not, is Jesus divine? Not is Jesus all powerful, not is Jesus omnipresent. He's not talking about the essential attributes of the divine essence that Jesus have. They're not asking that. Because when Jesus sat on the Mount of Olives, he spoke about the hour that is to come. And in reference, when he spoke that, they asked him, do you see these stones? Do you see these buildings? In other words, stones and buildings is in the natural world. So what Jesus was referring to is not talking about he is God, how wonderful and how great he is. Eschatology has to do with the end times, the signs of the end times. And Jesus deals with a very specific period, what is to come.
To come. But moreover, if you go to verse 5 and 6, it says that Jesus began to say to them, see that no one leads you astray. Many will come in my name, say, I am he.
Yep.
And they will lead many astray. So Jesus is giving the breakdown of what and how the gospel should be preached and the gospel should be proclaimed. And then in verse 11 he says, and when they bring you to trial and deliver you over, do not be anxious, do not be beforehand that you are to say, but say whatever is given you in that hour, for it is not who speaks, but the Holy Spirit. And then verse 12 says, and brother will deliver brother over to death, and the father his child, and the child arise against his parents. And so he's literally speaking about the times to come already.
Yep.
In the beginning phases.
Yep.
So everything from here, verse 14 speaks about the abomination, and then like you have alluded now, and then he gives that whole breakdown, and then the coming of the Son of Man from verse 24. And verse 24 opens so beautiful to say, but in those days after the tribulation, listen to what he said, after all these things has happened, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light, and the stars will be falling from heaven, and the powers in the heavens will be shaken. And then they will see the Son of Man coming in clouds with great power and glory. And when he will send out who's sending out the angels?
He, Jesus.
In verse 26,
Yep.
he will send out the angels and gather the elect from the four winds, from the ends of the earth to the ends of the heavens. And then he speaks about the lesson of the fig tree in reference to the kingdom. And then in verse 32, but concerning that day, now he's referring back to the other verses of what is just spoken now.
I just want to answer.
No one knows, not even the angels in heaven.
I would just want to answer Mr. B quickly. His question is, hi, can you show a verse where Jesus said, read the Bible? Let me show you something. It doesn't specifically say the Bible, but let me show you something. Matthew chapter 13, verse 52. Have you understand all these things? Yes, they answered. 52, it says, then he told them, for this reason, every scribe who has been discipled in the kingdom of heaven is like a homeowner who brings out of his storeroom new treasures as well as the old. When Jesus has finished these parables, he withdrew from that place. Jesus is referring to scribes. Scribes is people that write. So Jesus even further goes, there's a verse in the Bible says that there is a scribe amongst them. So the scribe that writes is what you must read. His testimony is true, the Bible say. So the scribe that is being mentioned, and then Jesus said, this scribe's testimony is true. Testimony of who? Testimony of what is seen. So that is basically the Bible, and you should read the Bible. So Jesus is talking about what was written. Thank you very much. So if I look at this Mark 13, right, and I specifically look at those two verses and what you have read now, the fact that people go to or Muslims specifically go to say that Jesus did not know the hour, I want to make it clear. I want to make it abundantly clear. The mere fact that Jesus was amongst them does not mean that Jesus has lost his divinity. Please let me be clear, and you can challenge me on it. It does not mean that he has lost his divinity. The divinity of Christ is the essential attribute of the divine essence, because he's divine. The divine essence in its nature cannot be, under any circumstances, be limited to one another or by one another. In other words, what I'm saying is this, is that if he's omnipresent and his omniscience doesn't have a measurement, one is not greater than the other. It is equal. In essence, it is equal. Pardon. So when Jesus came in Mark chapter 13:32, making that statement by saying, "No, the angels, no one knows the hour," right? When he says that, Jesus was subjected to the will of the Father on earth. If the Father have decided, this is the time for my coming, then boom, that's the time. Right? Then that's the time.
But also, we need to understand, and I always say this: we cannot put a 21st century ideology on an ancient biblical text and just expect that it must read in the same context that we are reading it today.
Yeah.
Because Jesus spoke to a people in a language that they understood at the time. So therefore, when Jesus makes that claim and stating not even the Son knows, only the Father, they know exactly what he says through it. So it was nothing new for them without even making any references. But if we read, for example, Daniel chapter 7, verse 13 and 14, we get a clear understanding of who the Son of Man is.
Yeah.
And when we look at that, we can establish the following, that if Jesus had to tell them on this specific day and this specific time, do you think God would be in any shape or form still be worthy of worship? If I know tomorrow God is coming at this time, think about it.
I'm telling
So
you,
it is not for Jesus to say.
someone made that statement once upon a time, and he said, if Jesus made or gave you the date, the hour, the moment, when he gave you that, let's say he gave it in the Bible, on that day or before that day, all phone lines will be engaged.
Okay, explain the analogy.
You will be too busy to phone people to say sorry.
Oh yeah, true.
You'll be too busy to phone people.
And everyone will call everyone and no one will get hold of anyone.
Everybody will phone everybody. Yeah, the bro is beset.
Everybody will be
It's
busy.
beset. You know what? I can't speak to him. You understand? If Jesus gave that hour. Let's think. Sorry, there's another verse that I wanted to bring. It's John chapter 21, verse 24. Where Jesus makes it a little bit more clearer about reading the scriptures. Look at this. He says, this is the disciple who testifies to all things, to all these things, and who has written them down. We know that his testimony is true. So the true testimony is written down. True testimony of who? Jesus. And what is the true testimony of Jesus? The Bible.
But I also have to go with Caleb, what he said to Mr. B. Go to Matthew 4, because Jesus makes a reference in Matthew 4, it is written. So if it is written, and what you are saying now, then if something is written and it can be recalled back, so therefore you had to read it to know actually what it was saying. is my loosan. Dit is my roem. Bly verseker. So dan kyk sy TV.
No, ek was gewoon net daar binne gewees. Also there would have been lots of urgency. The people are saved. Yeah, the future 2,000 years later. Yeah. No, that's also true. So yeah, that is so when you look at Mark 13:32, Mark 13:32 does not give you any justifiable reason to believe that Jesus is not God. I think it conflates with it conflates categories when we say that Mark 13:32 clearly display that Jesus is not God because he does not know the hour. Jesus knows the hour. I think there's a verse in the Bible that says it's not for you to know the signs and the times. I'm speaking under correction. I'm just get it, and when Jesus, and it's Jesus that makes that. It's not for you to know. The Bible does go to a certain extent where the Bible say when the wind blows from the east or blows from the north, you know exactly what season is to come or what's going to happen. Because he's talking about you reading the signs of the times, you reading the times, you reading the events, you read what is natural and what you have already learned. But these things that I'm talking to you about is some stuff that you cannot learn. You under no circumstances, unless you yourself will try to understand what the times is about. The times that Jesus was referring to in Mark chapter 13 is something that is unknown to them. It's not known to the disciples. It's not known in the terms of there is an end time coming. There's a possibility that a message might have been preached that there's an end time coming in terms of the Tanakh, in the book of Daniel, in the book of Jeremiah, the book of Ezekiel, Nehemiah, and those in the Old Testament is where they talk about.
Obadiah especially.
Say again.
Obadiah, for example.
Obadiah specifically,
Obadiah,
when it talks about the end times, it's eschatology, but then it might also mean that when Jesus was speaking to the boys, and by them asking, when will this be? It might be possible that they have read what is in the Torah, but never asked or never were answered, when will this be? Because they asked Jesus this question, when will this be? Right? They asked him this question. And by asking Jesus this question simply means that what you are telling us now is new. It's not some things that we have heard before, but this is new. And at the same time, R came up and talked about the book of Revelation. When you read the book of Revelation and you read all of these things, the book of Revelation of John the Revelator is an extension to Mark chapter 13:32. It's an extension. Jesus talks about these wonderful things that's about to happen. John on the Isle of Patmos gets the revelation, and John just elaborates on this. John is talking about he that leads nations astray. Jesus talked about When they tell you, I am in the wilderness or I am in the room, don't follow them. Jesus is talking about the book of Revelation. But John just gets the deeper meaning and the deeper understanding of the book of Revelation. So Mark 13, and this is going to be my argument, even though Genesis chapter 22:12, Amos chapter 3 verse 6 talks about, Paul talks about this particular word, which means to know, etc. To know can be the argument, but to know is not the final meaning or in reference to Jesus not being God, because that is not the point of discussion in Mark chapter 13. That's not the point of discussion.
And even and it's just plain utter laziness in not reading or continue to read further, because Jesus makes a lot of points to say that you need to be awake, you need to be alert, which means that this can happen at any given time.
Yeah.
It can happen at any given time, so you need to keep watch. But even those who are keeping watch, they do not even know when it's gonna come, because again, reading it in the historical context, it would be easier for the disciples to know the day of the Lord because they want to get out of the oppression of the Romans at the time.
Yep.
As a Jew living in that time, they were looking for a savior, they were looking for a Messiah, they wanted to be delivered, they wanted to be free. So it would have been easier for them to know this is going to happen tomorrow, because if this happens and we're with God, this means that all our enemies that is now against us will no longer be.
Yeah.
And Jesus said, hold on, it's not for me to tell you, because it doesn't say it now. I'm paraphrasing, I'm putting words now in it, but it's not for you to know. Not even the God knows. No one knows. But all you need to do is keep awake. Know that there will come a time such as this. And that's it. Because think about it, if it has to happen tomorrow at 9:15 in the morning, dink jy mense gaan kyk toe?
Nope.
People are going to be starting to make calls now, bro.
No, we're not going to church. Not gonna go. Not gonna go to church. You know, it's not gonna happen. There's just gonna be no. Do you think? I think what people depend on, Sean, is that people depend on the sound of the trumpet. I think they want to hear a physical sound of a trumpet. Yeah. You know. And the physical sound of there's not going to be a physical sound of the trumpet, ladies and gentlemen. It is not, because if you read the book of Revelation, John talks about the sound of a trumpet, but then John talks about the opening of a seal. Then John is also referring to certain events that is taking place pertaining the seal that is opened. So the sounding of the trumpet is not going to be a physical sound that we're going to hear. What we're going to perceive is the events in relation to Revelation, and what the Bible says and how that events is taking place in the earth. Hence why we say that is the signs of the times. We are familiar with it based on the book of Revelation and what the Bible is saying. So if you're going to wait for in the middle of the night, it's not beep 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 beep. Yeah, no trumpet. I love the actual trumpet or music that is blown with a trumpet, but I don't think there's going to be there's not going to be a sound.
They're gonna ask Chet Baker and Yuma Sakela to play.
Yeah, you. Yeah, look for example.
Stimela, there comes the train.
Yeah. Look at Acts chapter 1 verse 6, for example. In 1:5-6 it says, "For John baptized with water, but in a few days you will be baptized with the Holy Spirit," right? And then it says in verse 6, "So when they came together, they asked him, 'Lord, will you at this time,'" do you see there? "Will you at this time restore the kingdom to Israel?" At this time, will you restore the kingdom to Israel? So they were familiar with there's going to be a restoration. There's going to be
Yeah.
a restoration, which also begs then the question of the New Testament. My bro is knock on. How can you say up?
Who's
Which
playing?
it was Wales and Argentina. So you can then
My
look
money's
at
on
it.
Argentina.
You can then look at the what happens in the Bible is the Jews is under the impression that the Messiah to come is going to be the Messiah that's going to restore the kingdom. But they thinking it's going to be a physical kingdom, right? This is what they're thinking. But the book of Daniel clearly says in Daniel 19 that there is that Messiah. There's a Messiah that's going to die, and there is also talking about in that time there's going to come a man that will destroy the temple. He's going to come and destroy it. So if they think that the kingdom is going to be handed over to the Jews, big mistake. That's not it. That's not the kingdom that he's referring to. Yeah, that's where we're at. Ja, bro. Waar is die slums aan, man? Waar is slums aan? Dis hulle
I don't know.
Amsa.
The in and the out. I think the topic is a bit difficult, man.
Jesus is not a Muslim. This is then their favorite topic. This is then their favorite.
Maybe that topic is starting to hurt now because it's like it's so difficult, man, to prove that Jesus was a Muslim.
No, I
These
think that
Christians are
they you know, I asked this guy also earlier on, Quran Al Karim, and I don't think that he could answer the question. I asked him, is Islam universal? And they said, yes, it's universal. So universally, or by universal, I mean that the Quran is then therefore has always been universal from the time of Adam right up until Muhammad. It's always been. I think the question comes a bit too tough, because right now there's no way to say no. The only thing that you must say is yes. That's all that you need to say, you know. And then the practices, the Islamic practices or the views of Islam, was this universal? Muslims have no choice but to say yes. They have no choice. Because if the moment when you say that no, it is in the 7th century, then it means that your religion literally started only in the 7th century. You know, so now they have to
Century.
so now they have to play the game that no, it was for all time, it was universal. What was interesting, Sean, is that this guy said there is two views of Islam. One is that you have to believe in the prophets, the Quran, and then also the teachings. You have to believe in it. Okay? So you have to believe in it, and if you believe in it, that makes you a Muslim. That's view number one.
But which prophets?
I'm getting there. So view number two is you must believe in the Sunnah. You must believe in the Sunnah. Yes, you believe in the Quran. You must believe in the prophets of old. Okay, cool. Not a problem. So I asked him, listen here, in view number one, if you say the prophets, the Quran, and the teachings, was the prophets, the Quran, and the teachings, the prophet, the Quran, and the teachings in the time of Abraham, from Adam up until Jesus, was it there? Say no. So premise number one falls out. Falls flat, it collapsed. We don't use it. Right? He has to agree. He said, yes, it doesn't work. Okay, two. Two is then the submission, and the submission of believing in one God. This is where the story got heated. This is where we actually started to, it got heated in the discussion. And for the simple reason is, if you say that is the case of submission, Muslims does not really understand what submission means. They don't really know what submission means. All they say is that if you submit it to one God, then you are a Muslim. Then I said, hold on. Moses believed that God is Elohim. So now you sit with a problem. Can I call Allah Elohim? He said, yes, you can call Allah Elohim. You know what? They said, oh, hold on. So if I
He
can,
just left Islam there.
so if I can call Allah Elohim, can we then verify that there's a plurality of Allahs? And no, so then, sorry, never did. It's funny.
You know what is even more shocking is it's the mere fact that the Quran was in circulation during the time of Muhammad. Let's take from the 2nd century, like even prior to that. Let's say by the Great Commission of Matthew 28, the Quran was already in circulation within the region of the Arabias. So for close to, give or take, say 400 years, the Quran is there.
Yeah.
The Bible, the Torah was there. The Gospel was there, although not as in compiled as it should have been, or however you want to take it. Some had New Testament, others had the Jews only had the Tanakh, but it was there.
Yeah.
There is substantial amount of evidence that it was present. What's amazing is that if you read the Aramaic Bible as it is, the oldest copy thereof, you will see that Jesus is not even mentioned as Isa, it's Yeshua.
Yeah.
It's written as it's written. So my question is then, and because they always run to say that, yeah, in Aramaic, Allah's name is Allah, and da. Yes, I'm granting it to you, I'm giving it to you, no problem. But let's quickly deal with the identity of Jesus as it is, as a Muslim in that time. Did everyone have had the same idea? I think you asked someone the other night, can I call a Jew a Muslim because he's submitting to one God? And it was like, no, you can't. But so what makes him out of the fold? Because he believes in all the angels. He believes in charity. He believes in all the prophets prior to and all of that. So therefore, is it so you can only be a Muslim if you believe in Muhammad? So can you be a Muslim and not believe in Muhammad? Because a Muslim just plainly mean one that submit their will to God.
You know?
Or is Muhammad included in the will of God? Because then it led me to chapter 7, 157 of the Quran, which is I've done a deep dive into this little bugger. So it says, those who follow the messenger, the unlettered prophet, whom they find written in what they have of the Torah and the Gospel. So those who follow the messenger, the unlettered prophet. So is this talking about Muhammad? That's question number 1.
Yeah. So no,
Is
I
it
don't
talking
think
about
that.
Muhammad?
No, I don't think it's talking about Muhammad. Not at all.
So if Muhammad, if we take it from there, let's be honest with the text. If I can open it here, if we go to Surah, what is it? Surah 7, verses 155. 155 to 159. Let's read 2 verses over it, so no one can say I'm not reading the thing in context. Because if that is the claim, and it says the following in 55, it reads, where's this thing now? It says, Moses chose 70 men from among the people of our appointment, and when they were seized by the earthquake, he cried, my Lord, had you will it, you would have destroyed them long ago, and me as well. Will you destroy us for what the foolish among us has done? This is only a test from you, by which you allow whoever you will to stray and guide whoever you will. You are our guardian, so forgive us and have mercy on us. You are the best forgiver. Okay, so number 1, verse 155, we need to go and find that now in the Torah. You have one more there, no? 2, ordain for us what is good in the life and the next. Indeed, we have turned to you in repentance. Allah replied, hold on. Big problem. Who is the verbatim speaker in the Quran?
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
So now, why is the Quran reading like it is a narrative?
Story.
Listen to what the verses say. Then Allah replied. Shouldn't it say, then I replied? Because that is the distinction.
That is the distinction. That's right. So the speaker
Because
changed.
this is now,
The speaker changed in the text.
the speaker is changing.
Yeah.
The speaker has changed. I will inflict my torment on whoever I will, but my mercy encompasses everything. I will ordain mercy for those who shun evil, pay alms tax, and believe in our revelation.
Yeah.
Is
So
Allah associating our as in you and I, or our within himself?
it can't be in himself
Because if
it,
Allah in the singular replied, why didn't he say, I will ordain for mercy for those who shun evil, pay alms tax, and believe in my revelations, or in this revelation?
they still hold to the royal
our.
we. They still hold to the royal we.
The royal we is
It
there is
means
no
nothing.
royal we in
They-
the Semitic languages.
yeah.
There's no royal we in the Semitic languages ever.
They will hold. They will hold to
They
that.
must go and look for one and come to me.
I have a question, and it's
Now-
something. It is something that you brought up now. Okay, continue before I can.
Now, in 157 it says, they are the ones who follow the messenger, the unlettered prophet. Now, he's referring to the, listen up, 156 answers. When Allah started to speak, he says, Allah replied, I will inflict my torment on whoever I will. But my mercy encompasses everything. I will ordain my mercy for those who shun evil, pay alms tax, and believe in our revelation. And who are those people? Those people are the ones who follow the messenger, the unlettered prophet, whose description they will find in their Torah and the gospel. He commands them to do good and forbids them from evil, permits for them what is lawful and forbids to them what is impure, and relieves them from their burdens and shackles that bound them. Hold your horses there. So this means that this unlettered prophet, this messenger, this Rasul, this Navi is in the Torah and the gospel since the beginning of its existence. Because within the Torah, this unlettered prophet is guiding them, and then also in the gospels, this unlettered prophet is guiding them. So who is this unlettered prophet? It cannot be Muhammad. I'm sorry, but the wording reads different here, bro.
Yeah, because you cannot guide from both. You cannot guide from the Old Testament. You cannot guide from the New Testament. You cannot guide from the Torah, from the Quran. So that's a problem.
And then it continues to say, it's a big problem. And then it says, only those who believe in him, honor and support him, and follow the light sent down to him will be successful. Oh, hold on. The English is actually wrong here because the Arabic say with him.
Yeah, so the light is with him. Sorry, Muhammad. They do believe, however, they do believe, however, that the Quran is a light that was sent down to Muhammad, because the Quran says it has guidance and light. So they kind of believe
Because
that, but the character is out of time.
Because the Arabic say with him, the nur that is sent with him. So therefore, it was sent with. Sorry, chosen. It came with him. So therefore, no? Verse 158. Now Allah is speaking to Muhammad and says, "Say, O Prophet, O humanity, I am Allah's messenger to you." It didn't say I am Allah's prophet. It says, I am Allah's messenger. He's
Messenger.
boss boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why that's
To
why
him
I say,
alone
I
belongs.
am only a messenger. That's why he said he
I,
even
to
said.
him alone belongs the kingdom of the heavens and the earth. There is no God worthy of worship except him. He gives life and causes death. So believe in Allah and his messenger, the unlettered prophet, you who believe in Allah and his revelation. So the misreading of the text here to 157 is that Muhammad is not referring to himself here as the unlettered prophet. Read carefully, it says, Allah is saying to Muhammad what to say to the people.
Yeah.
It says that Allah and his believe in Allah and his messenger, the unlettered prophet who believes in Allah and his revelation and follow him so you may be rightly guided. There are some among the people of Moses who guide with the truth and establish justice accordingly.
So Muhammad must believe in the unlettered
Islam.
prophet.
Muhammad must believe in the unlettered prophet,
Yep. He must believe in the
not
unlettered.
Muhammad being the unlettered prophet.
He must believe in the unlettered prophet. Because Allah speaks to him here.
Exactly.
Yeah. He must believe in
Mr.
it.
D,
Aha.
and in the context from 150, start from 150 till 157. So Allah is telling Moses to go find Muhammad in the Torah and Injil. So what Injil did Moses got back then?
I don't know. They don't know. Guys, just
know-
just a quick one before we move on, and I forget my
Yeah.
point. If, for example, Jesus was a Muslim, right? But the criteria in the Quran is that you must take your shahada, and the shahada must entail that there's only one God. Okay? And it must entail that there is only one God. But if we look very closely to the Shahada, is that the Shahada must have God in it, and then Muhammad is his prophet. Alright, or Muhammad is his messenger. Now, if this is the standard criteria for being a Muslim, then I have to ask the question, if Adam was a Muslim, and Adam believed that Allah is the only true God, who was the prophet that Adam believed in? Same. Who was the prophet that was in the time of Jesus that Jesus had to believe in?
So I believe that Isaiah said that he believes in the prophet Amos, right, to that.
So you get what I'm saying? So is it not that the Shahada of Adam, of Muhammad should have been, Allah is the only true God and Jesus is his prophet? Isn't it that how it should have been for Moses, for Muhammad? Think about it. This doesn't make sense, right? So the Shahada is a problem. It's a massive problem.
Spot on.
Yeah. Yeah, this is all we do. Think about it.
What? We just read, bro.
That's
all
all
we
we
do. We just
do.
read.
That's all we do.
We just read.
You know? And
We read
Muhammad is
Greek,
his prophet.
whether it's
Come on.
Hebrew, whether it's Arabic. We read.
We read
That's
it.
all we read.
We don't want to do much. That's all we do. So that is the case.
Not a lot, though.
That is the case. You started the stream 2 hours ago? Is it already 2 hours? What?
Yeah, what's the score now?
14-14.
I'm too lazy to get up.
Oh, yeah, so it's 14-14. It's been 2 hours already.
No, soon my sister.
Yeah. So that's a point that we have to bring up with the Muslims now. We have to bring this up with them. The unlettered prophet, it's clearly that Muhammad should follow the unlettered prophet by the command of Allah. And then also in terms of the Shahada, if the Shahada go that Allah and Muhammad is his prophet, then what was the Shahada of Muhammad? Jesus was his prophet. You know? What's happening over here? I'm definitely doing this one in the week. Ewa na
So
Muslim.
he basically, so he said, La ilaha illallah Yeshua Rasulallah.
There we go. That's right. That's right. So he should have said it.
That's it.
Nee, dat moest een regie, man. Dat moest nou een regie.
King is op 'n trill vir die 2 weke. Vir die 2 weke King is op 'n trill. Lerig.
Wait a minute. So therefore, hold on. Let's quickly unpack this situationship. So you must believe all the prophets prior to you. So therefore, any other prophet that became a prophet had to acknowledge the prophet prior to that.
Prior
So
to
Islam has 144,000 plus prophets, yeah?
It's een hele probleem, hè, bro. Het is een hele probleem.
That's a problem.
Het is een hele probleem. Ja.
Because now that I think of it, if we take prophets in chronological time, each one had to acknowledge the other one because that is what makes you a Muslim. So therefore, all other prophets were Muslims, from Jeremiah to Isaiah to Ezekiel to Abadiah to Haggai, everyone. So in the chronological time frame, they all had to acknowledge each other. But then the question is, the prophets of Baal believe that Baal is the one true God.
Yep.
So, are they Muslim?
They believe that. They're Muslim. They all Muslim.
Or are they Muslim in their own right? Because anyone can be a Muslim if they believe, like, for example, Mormons believe that Joseph Stone,
They Muslim.
Joseph Smith.
So Smith.
So Joseph Smith, Smithy is a this is a big problem.
Smithy's Shahada is, I believe there's only one God and Muhammad is his prophet. That is what Smithy must say.
And then everyone now, because Smith, he believes he's the last prophet, now everyone must say then,
I
La
believe
ilaha illallah, Joseph Smith, Rasulallah.
That's it.
Bruh.
That's it.
It's a problem.
Problem. What must say
Because
Shahada?
you cannot deny Joseph Smith as a prophet because he has followers that believes that he's a prophet.
Yep. All right. That's right.
It's tough out there.
Yeah,
Wat wil jy sê, Luke? Julle laat ek
is
my
het-
bril op sit. Ek is besig om te skoon hierso.
Julle is so boelig.
Yeah,
So moeilikheid hier, ons kerkmense.
but it's true. Think about it. Remember, they make no distinction between the prophets. They make no distinction between the prophets.
No distinction.
No distinction.
King,
Huh?
King, and what was if they say Muhammad was sent for all mankind? Now what was the Indians was a prophet? Hoe moet ons hy sê?
I mean, 360,000 prophets, my guy.
Guy braai, kan nie by jou nie.
No,
Maar
man.
nou-
For real.
Nou hulle was India nie voor die India culture nie, was hulle nie voor Islam nie?
Yeah.
Yeah, way before
Wait.
that. Way
Islam
before
has infiltrated
Yes,
them.
exactly.
So there's a
Way
problem.
before
There's a
big
problem. Yeah, I mean, man. So
So
now,
they're gonna tell you that Adam already acknowledged Muhammad as a prophet Mu'min. They're gonna tell you that Adam already acknowledged Muhammad since the beginning of time.
in the beginning, you have done the math for how many prophets
So
that would be this year if you start Abraham 144,000, 2,557 prophets per year.
He said that.
Look at this. Look at this. Lazev Effect on YouTube says, listen to this. Have you done the math for how many prophets that would be per year if you start at Abraham? 144,000 divided by 2,500 equals 57 prophets per year, my bro. Yarra!
57.6.
Prophets per year.
There's that one that
Oh my
there's
god.
that one that is still in doubt. 57 prophets
This is not
What
right.
per year.
What was it? This is Shahada.
Huh?
Saudi Arabia makes profit every year.
How many prophets does these people have? Makes prophet.
It's getting
King,
rough
what
out
was-
here, guys.
King, what was Iblis' Shahada? Because he became a disbeliever.
No, yana, my bro. Jabril, Rasulullah. He was the Jabril, Rasulullah.
Hold on. So therefore, wait. So if Iblis did not want to prostrate in front of Adam, because Iblis didn't want to take any association with God, and God got angry and kicked Iblis out because he didn't want to prostrate. Let me quickly put this thing on charge. It's arguing now with me. So therefore, is Iblis a Muslim?
Yep.
Because he didn't want to take association. He didn't want to bow down.
Yeah,
He
Muslim.
said, why must I bow down to a piece of technology that you just made? I don't bow down to this. And then Allah got angry and kicked the bra out.
Oh my god. Look at the comment. Look at
The Kaaba is a kissing booth at the
at the pilgrimage
that's
carnival, my bro. Nice. Oh, stop it. Oh, stop. The Kaaba is a kissing booth at the pilgrimage carnival. Nee, goed. No. No. No, you guys, stop it, man. You. This is. No. No. The carnival. Anything can happen. What? Anything can happen. Yeah. That's the brutality.
Islam is alive with possibilities.
Islam is a true religion. Don't mess with it. True religion. Everything about it is true. Ain't no lie. Ain't no lie.
King,
Huh?
the Al Zoot boys, the Al Zoot at night. Mohammed het moes vir hulle, hy het Mohammed vir hulle iets gerecite, something like that.
Yeah, Quran.
So, wat was hulle Shahada geweest?
Nah, they never accepted the Sahara, man. They never accepted the Sahara. They turned him around and showed him the moon. They said, that's the way of the moon.
New talk. We at the carnival, bruh. Kiss the stone.
No, man. Zoot turned Muhammad around and zooted and booted him and said, bruh, you better show, I'll show you the moon. Say, leave us
Guys,
here.
It's all good, Lapis.
Sharp. Luke,
Dude,
apologetic.
you missed out, bruh. Dude, you missed out.
No, man, it was brutal.
Oh, he's got a new ID. I see now.
Wait,
Wat
hold
gaan
on.
die een?
Oh, let's ask him. Do it for Christus. Let's ask him.
What it do, gents?
Dude, can I ask you a question?
Let's see if I'm awake enough to do it. Go for it.
If the Shahada says that you accept Allah as the one true God and Muhammad as his prophet, right?
Mhm.
Then what was the Shahada of Muhammad?
Take Allah as the God and Jesus as his prophet.
That's right. What was Jesus' shahada, my bro? What was his shahada? What, which prophet did he take?
Oof. There's 124,000 of them. Which one are we gonna take?
Which one?
Which one?
Which one? No, which was worst? You know what's worst? Who was the prophet that Adam took? That's what I want to know in his shahada. Who was the prophet?
Well, Allah bear witness of himself.
No, but it's that
Oh.
Adam. It's that Adam. Adam, if you want to become a Muslim, you must accept the prophets. So which prophet did Adam take?
Prophet Dusty.
There's nothing.
So therefore, Adam
Doesn't
was the
Allah-
first Muslim.
They make no distinction, bro.
Doesn't Allah swear by creation also? Adam can also swear by creation.
Nah, man, yeah, they're just inconsistent. It doesn't make sense. Jesus, who was Jesus'
Now
prophet?
you have a
Who was
I don't
Jesus'
know.
prophet? John the Baptist.
John the Baptist.
yeah, but they the same time.
Yeah.
No,
So
but the,
how do we
Remember
do
no-
that now?
the Muslims make no
Did John
distinction.
say Jesus? And Jesus said John. John said Jesus. Jesus said John.
No, chronologically it would be Micah. It would be. It will be not Micah. What's the last book of the Bible?
Malachi.
Malachi. It's gonna be Malachi, and Malachi was his prophet.
No. Remember,
No, but
remember
it-
the revolt of the Maccabees during that time frame as well, or the 400 quiet years. Tabari is Allah's hotspot.
Yeah. So is it?
Takbir, Allah's a hotspot.
So we having a
Be
problem.
Allah's hotspot.
There's a problem now, guys. There's a problem. What are we doing now?
Yes.
What are we doing now?
And
I
what
don't know.
we need to go and revisit and see. I was there. Oh, what is it? A while back, an hour or so ago. By Maverick het het ook gerook gegaan. Ze hulle weer gevra die tashahud. Salamu alayka. Ayu Nabi.
Ayuhan
Why do you
Nabi.
talk to dead? Why do you talk to dead people? Dan dink ek wag, laat ek maar gou eers hier uitkom. Hier val hulle die mense aan. En toe kom Logic daar op. Toe is die mense nervous. Want toe begin Logic het niks gepraat nie. Hy het nie sy camera is nie aan nie. Jy sien net daar staan God Logic en is gemute. Die ander manne praat van Logic. Hoe meer moet Maverick sê, los vir Logic, die man is stil. Los hom.
Hulle kan nie verstaan nie.
Nou hoor.
Hulle kan nie verstaan nie.
Toe sak Maverick af vir die een Muslim. I know God Logic is the Muslim boogeyman, but just leave him alone.
Die mense presens maak die duivels mal, meneer. Volle waarheid.
Hy hoef net in te stap, dis dit. Gee die man 'n fyn poepies.
Hulle grrr, grrr, hulle. Maar grrr. So then, you know, when he shows up on your life, he's like, then they start to ask, are you here now to torment us, Logic? Let us go into the swine,
He's
bro.
merely
Let's
just a
go
man.
into the swine.
Yeah, they scared of him. Proper.
Yeah, no, he was.
You see now, if you see Lesbiano's new defense when Logic pops up, he just starts talking about his wife because he knows then Logic will not talk to her.
That's fear. That's out of fear. That's out of fear.
course.
Sophism
It's
is
just-
asking a question, King.
This last few times he's just been talking about his wife, slandering her,
Yeah,
and then Logic just says, "Okay, bye, I'm leaving."
yeah, that's
And then he takes it as a win.
Yeah, you can talk about the divinity of Christ, Sufi. It's not a problem. Not a problem.
Well,
Well, what's up, man? You good?
Hello, how you doing?
Oh, good, doing good. So,
Is your name Whale or Wale?
it's whale.
Well,
Whale, like
Okay.
one of Allah's name is the whale. So, whale, what's up, man? You agree with the prompt?
no, I don't,
Why not?
because Jesus is a Muslim.
Okay. If Jesus was a Muslim, do you believe that Jesus took the Shahada?
The Shahada.
Yeah. Did Jesus take the Shahada?
So, to be a Muslim, you have to like submit to one God and believe in the prophets before, and believe in the books that was sent, and believe in the angels, and believe in Judgment Day.
Yes. So, what was the Shahadas of Jesus?
So was Jesus believing in all that?
Yeah, according to Islam, yes.
So he's a Muslim,
So, yeah, what was his Shahada?
huh?
What was the Shahada of Jesus?
What was the Shahada of Jesus? What do you mean?
Yeah. So, if all of the criteria that you have said just now, all of the criteria,
Yeah.
believing in one God, believing in the prophets, believing in the
Yeah,
angels, and all of these
this
things.
is make you a Muslim.
Yeah. So what?
Yeah, this
What?
make
How?
makes you a Muslim.
So what was his shahada? What did he say? What is the shahada of Jesus? Can you maybe tell me?
So I see where you're going. So so you want to say that if you have to be a Muslim, you need to say that you submit to one God and the Muhammad, the last prophet. Yes. So you want to ask that
Yeah.
Muhammad wasn't in the time of Jesus.
Okay.
So this is what you want to say, right?
Yeah. But you make no distinction between the prophets,
this is
right?
the lowest. This is the lowest like argument about Jesus being a Muslim.
Yeah, sure. But now let me.
You know why?
This is the lowest. All right. This is the lowest. I understand. 100% is the lowest.
Do you know why?
If you make no distinction between the prophets, if you make no distinction between the prophets, right? And the shahada of a Muslim is that he says Allah is the one God and Muhammad is his messenger. Now, what was the shahada of Jesus, or what was the shahada of Muhammad?
Like what? I don't know what you mean, bro. Like I just told you, to be a Muslim, you have to believe like in 5 things. Then you are a Muslim.
Now,
like,
what was the
it's
shahada
not-
of
there's a
Muhammad?
difference between-
Yeah, what is the
Can you
shahada of
repeat the
Muhammad?
5 things again? Can you repeat the 5 things again?
Huh?
Can you
You must
repeat the
believe
5
in-
things
Believe
again?
in one God. Believe in one God. The prophets, the books, the books, the
Angels and the
judgment
day of judgment, yeah? So okay,
Yeah.
so good. What my brother is asking is, so if I need to, so if I need to become a Muslim, so I must believe in all the prophets that's prior to my
Yes.
existence, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
So before Jesus' time, there were prophets, correct?
Yeah.
So for him to be a Muslim, he had to acknowledge those prophets, correct?
Of course.
Okay. So can I become, I tell you now, I acknowledge the Prophet, so am I a Muslim? Or must I say the Shahada to be a Muslim?
What?
Stuff.
Like say again.
Can
Sorry.
I now, at 9 after 10 on my time, can I say, I am a Muslim, I acknowledge all 5 things that you've mentioned, I believe in one God, I believe in the prophets that attested before
Yeah.
me, I believe in the day of judgment, I believe in
Yeah.
the angels, and what is the other thing? I missed one thing now. But I believe in all 5 of those things. Can I claim to be a Muslim without saying the Shahada? I'm just saying to you now as a witness in front of other people that I believe in those 5
But
things. Am I a Muslim?
yeah, but believing in these 5 things is the shahada basically.
Okay. So must I say, okay, I believe it. Must I say it? Must it come out of my mouth And
Of
must I
course, yeah.
testify to it to say?
Of
Eh?
course.
Yes. So can I say
But
those
how can you
things?
believe,
So
like, wait, how can you believe, like, in these 5 things without, like, saying it? Like, are
okay.
you living
So
in Mars or living in another planet?
okay.
Do you,
So
you like,
so
are
so
you,
okay. I hear you. I follow
yeah,
you. I
go on,
follow
go
you.
on.
So for you to be a Muslim, you had to. Okay. Were you born a Muslim, or did you
Me?
were you born, or did you convert to Islam?
For me, like, I was born a Muslim, but I've been a Muslim for 2 years only. Like, 2 years only I've
Okay.
been a Muslim.
Okay. All good. So for you to be actively a Muslim, you had to say the Shahada, correct?
Yeah, I guess.
To accept your faith. To accept your faith. So you uttered La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And you believe it, yeah? And
Of
that
course,
makes
I
you
believe
Muslim.
it. Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Great. So because you need to acknowledge that Muhammad was a prophet prior to you. Okay. So in the time of Muhammad, how did he become a Muslim? He was born a Qurayshi.
What?
How did he become a Muslim?
What do you mean? How did he become a Muslim?
How?
You were born a Muslim. You
So
were
you
born
want,
a Muslim.
so you wanna say,
Okay, so
like, yeah, I wanna, yeah,
you
go
were
on.
born a Muslim, but you had to confess your faith to be a Muslim.
Yes.
Because if you did not confess to say La ilaha illallah Muhammad
Yes.
Rasulullah, you are
Yes.
out of the folk
You
of
need to.
Islam. So what did
Yes.
Muhammad confess to be a Muslim?
Well, like, I told you, these 5 things.
Okay, so what was his shahada?
Who was the prophet he believed in?
The
You
same
had to
5
say La
things.
ilaha. You had to say
He
La ilaha
believed
illallah
in
Muhammad
Jesus
Rasulullah.
before him. He believed in Jesus before him, in Moses before him, in Abraham before him, like all the prophets.
So I believe Jesus said La ilaha illallah Isa Rasulullah. Correct?
Rasulullah is what the
You're saying that Jesus saying that La ilaha illallah, Jesus is
No.
Rasulullah?
Did Muhammad say La ilaha illallah Yeshua Rasulullah
Yeah.
to be a Muslim?
Yes, of course. He believed in it.
So is that what he said? La ilaha
Yo,
illallah.
host, what are you wait, host, what are you laughing at? Like, can
He's
you like?
pointing at me. He's pointing at me.
Yeah.
Read the
I wanna know why he's like being.
No, read the comment. Read the comment. Of
La
Sufi.
ilaha illallah wa anna Rasulullah. I am the. Ooh.
What the Prophet said. Yeah, he can say that. Yeah, the Prophet can say that.
So
Why
did
not?
Jesus say the same thing?
What?
So did Jesus also
Yeah,
say La
why-
ilaha illallah anna
Why
Rasulullah?
can't they say? Yeah, why can't they say it? He is a Rasul, like he is a Prophet. Why he can't say it? Like, what's the? Is there something unlogical for it or in
Yes.
it?
Yes.
So okay,
Yeah, tell me. Yeah, what's the unlogical?
because to be a Muslim you had to follow those 5 things. You can't take one of those 5 things out and put one of those 5 things upon yourself. Unfortunately, then it is not a truth.
That's right.
Oh, say
That's
again.
an scapegoat.
Bro, like I don't know what you guys like. Can you say again? Like I don't get you from once. Can
Okay.
you say again, please?
Okay, all good, not a problem. I'll take it easy with you. So, the 5 things that you've mentioned, for me to be a Muslim, I have to believe in it. But for me to be a Muslim, I have to confess my faith in the religion of Islam and acknowledging the prophets that were prior to me. But I cannot acknowledge myself as a prophet because then I take out all the other prophets because there is no distinction in Islam among the prophets. Unfortunately, I cannot hire myself and make myself higher than anyone else. Because
Yeah,
that
you
means
can.
I make a distinction between everyone else. So that means Jesus
How-
made himself bigger
how
than
did you
Moses.
How did you make this distinction between prophets?
Because I said, Anna Rasulullah, I am. I didn't
Yes,
acknowledge the other
Rasulullah
prophets. I
He
did not
did.
acknowledge the other
Like,
prophets. Did I?
of course he did.
I did not. I said I am the
Well,
Rasul.
yeah, I am the Rasul, and you can continue say that Jesus is the Rasul, and Moses is the Rasul, and Ibrahim is the Rasul, and go on, go
Is
on.
Obadiah a Rasul?
Who?
Obadiah?
Who's Abu Dawud? I don't know who's he
Ezekiel?
talking about.
Hezekiah?
Can you like Ishaq? You mean like in Arabic, Ishaq we call it? Is it Ishaq?
Ishaq?
Can you check?
Yeah, I
I don't
know.
know like the English name, but I know the Arabic,
Isaac.
I guess.
Isaac. Isaac is
Yeah,
Ishaq.
I guess Isaac. Yeah.
Yaqub is Jacob.
Yaqub, yeah, is the Rasul too.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what was the Shahada?
Same thing, I guess.
Anna Rasul.
Like,
But they were Rasuls
yeah,
before them.
I still don't know like what's the unlogical about it. Like, Ana Rasul and the before me was Rasul. Same thing. Like, I don't know what you guys.
Sean,
Yes, Sufi.
so what you're saying is that the prophets cannot refer to themselves as I. So when they say the Shahada of their Ummah, yeah, they declare Bay'ah, which is allegiance to their Prophet of the time, right? You've heard of this. And then after this Bay'ah was given to the Khilafah, yeah? And that Bay'ah after the final Prophet was not a Bay'ah of a Nabi. So listen, so the Shahada of that time, if a Prophet was to recite it, for example, Isa alayhi salam, when he would recite it, he would say, Ashhadu anna la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna. If he wanted to say Isa Rasulullah, because at his time of the Ummah, he would have to, the Ummah would have to give bay'ah to him. Yeah, Isa can also refer to himself as I, the word Ana. Yeah,
Yeah.
so you could also say Ana Rasulullah.
King, you wanted to say something? You switching your mic on?
Yeah,
guys
so
could-
basically what I would say is that because you make no distinction between the prophets, you honor all prophets, and it is a necessary requirement within Islam to say that you believe in Allah as the only God, and Muhammad is his prophet. Then the question is, if you make no distinction between the prophets, when Muhammad did his Shahada, he would have said Allah is the only true God and Jesus is his messenger, right?
No, he wouldn't, because the Ummah that he's leading the Ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He's leading his own Ummah, just like how Isa was leading his own Ummah, and Musa was leading his own Ummah, alayhi salam. So what these guys would do, the Ummah, it would pledge allegiance to its prophet, as it says in the Quran, there's a prophet for every nation. Therefore, if we're going to take the context of the nation of Islam today, which is the Prophet's Ummah, which is Ashhadu anna la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam.
No, but you make no distinction of the prophets before you. You honor them.
You don't mention.
No, but you
Listen,
honor them.
You in the Shahada, you don't mention the prophets before you, because I'll tell you why. Because at that time of that ummah, who you giving allegiance to? If you're part of an ummah, you give to the leader of that ummah. Just like how it's a bay'ah, an allegiance.
Okay,
Just like how now we have.
No, man, it doesn't make sense what you are saying. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying that you make no distinction between the prophets. No distinction has absolutely nothing to do. No distinction has nothing to do with a certain prophet leading a certain ummah. It has nothing to do with it. Make no distinction is that you accept what the previous prophets have done. There's not like, okay, the time of the Christians was Jesus, okay, the time of the Muslims is Muhammad, and there we go. It doesn't make sense what you are saying.
So what you're saying here, there's no distinction between the prophets.
That's what you believe.
We don't believe that. If you look in the ayah of Khatam al-Nabi, then you can see that we say that the prophet is the last prophet, and therefore there's major status in that, right?
I think it's Aisha that said you make no distinction. Yeah. Is it Surah Al-Baqarah 2:136, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see.
What?
Surah Al-Baqarah 2:136. I think is that 2:136.
Give me a sec. Give me a second. I'm going on to the ayah right now. I'm just gonna be on a break for a bit.
Yeah. Chapter 2:136. Wael, do you believe Jesus is a Muslim? Wael, you here? Bum, 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 bum. Let's read chapter 2, verse 136. It says, "Say, we have believed in Allah and what has been revealed to us, and what has been revealed to Abraham and Ishmael and Isaac and Jacob and the descendants, and what was given to Moses and Jesus, and what was given to the prophets of their Lord. We make no distinction between any of them. We are Muslims. Yippee to him." There we go. Wael, are you here? Bad.
So no, because the ayah actually mentions that it gives one unified message. Like for example, the Quran, the original Torah, and the Injil, it all mention the message of Tawheed, like that God is only one. It doesn't mean that like the prophet's rank is like one and one and one. Like how do I say, like all of them are one. If you look into the ayah, you search up wherever your fingers, brother.
Yep.
Can
Listen.
you search up Khatamun Nabiyyin ayah?
Oh, that's where.
Hmm?
Where is the ayah? Where's the Nabiyyin ayah? Make no distinction means that you make no distinction.
To 3340.
3340.
Yes.
33. Azab. 40. 40.
And the English, it's not a proper translation because Khatamun Nabiyyin has many translations given by the ulama. So I'll explain them to you, yeah? If you look at the ayah. So Khatamun Nabiyyin has a few meanings. So it has a seal of prophets. The seal of prophets means that he's the last prophet. He's the one who gives a final message. That is major, entailing to a prophet who gives the final message. First, that's the first point. The second point, if you look in the ayah, it doesn't say that you're only the prophet of the best of people. It's that means that there is something entailed onto him. And if you look at the interpretation given by Imam Ahmad Rza Khan rahimahullah ta'ala, or Imam Suyuti, or also Imam al-Qurtubi, they all give this one interpretation where it shows that he's the best of prophets. And these guys are not just ordinary layman like how you would see today, like me, we don't understand it, like how they do, the classical scholars, and they give this one interpretation where he's the best of prophets. This, and then they also give an interpretation on the ayah that you bring to 136, that this is one unified message given by all the prophets.
Do you make distinction between the prophets, yes or no?
I make a distinction, but not a distinction in their message.
No. Do you make a distinction according to the Quran between the prophets, yes or no?
I make a distinction between the prophets, but not their message that's revealed.
I don't worry about the message. The message is fine. It's okay.
The message is what's the context. If you're going to try and bring up your ignorant point that you're just taking straight from the translation, that's ignorance, pure ignorance.
Sufi, I'm not bringing a translation of the text, my friend. That is you.
No.
You brought all of
translation,
these
but you don't
imams.
understand
You
it.
brought all of these imams and the interpretation of the
Imam
text.
Suyuti said this.
You bring
I'm-
all
I'm
of these
saying it.
imams. You bring all of these imams on the interpretation of the text. My question is very clear based on the Quran. The Quran said that you make no distinction between them. Nothing.
So what you're saying here is that we just take this and then just leave.
What is
all
greater?
the
What
things
is
that
greater?
entail to it.
What is greater?
If we hear,
What is greater, the Quran
we
or
were
the Quran or the scholars? What is greater, the Quran or the scholars?
I said the word of Allah is of course greater than the scholars, but
So
we also have to take the
so
interpretation by the Prophet
if
that was revealed by.
if
Oh my days,
Allah
wait,
is
let
saying
me speak. Let me speak.
if Allah is
Let me
saying
speak,
no
stop heckling.
distinction,
Let me speak,
what
stop
makes the
heckling.
scholars greater than
Let
no
me speak, stop
distinction?
heckling.
What makes
me
no
speak, stop
distinction?
heckling.
What I'm gonna
Stop
drop you.
screaming.
I'm gonna drop you.
Stop screaming.
I will drop you because why you
screaming.
make no point. You have no point here.
You're gonna drop me because I'm speaking the truth. I'm
No, you
speaking
make
of the
you're
word of
talking
the Sunnah
nonsense
and
because
scholars
what you
and
are
from the
saying,
Prophet.
what you
Yeah.
are saying is that the scholars is greater than what the Quran is saying. The Quran
never
is
said
saying
that.
you just said it.
I literally
You
said
you
in the
just said
live.
it.
No,
Now
I
let me
said-
ask you again. Let me ask you again.
said-
Does
I
the
said that
Quran does the Quran say
said
no
that if
distinction?
we-
Does the
if we
Quran
don't
say no
understand it, then you
distinction?
have to
Does the
understand all
Quran
the
say no
scholars.
distinction? Yes or no? Yes or no? Does the Quran say no distinction?
Quran says no distinction in the
Thank you very
message.
much. Now, what is more important?
No
what
distinction
the
in the
Quran say? What does the Quran? Does the
No
Quran
way.
say? Is what the Quran say better than what your scholars say? Yes or no?
If you're not gonna take the interpretation given by our
Why must you? Why do you
who
need the
took-
interpretation
who was given
of?
the message from
Why
God?
do you need an
So
interpretation?
you're
What
gonna
is
say-
clear in the
yeah,
book?
So you're gonna say, oh yeah, let's just misinterpret it what it says
What?
and make it fit our
Why must you
ideology
take
or
the
whatever we say.
interpretation if the Quran is clear? No distinction is clear.
The Quran is clear.
No,
The
thank
Quran
you.
is
Then
clear.
leave it there.
If
Then
you
all of
understand
your
it
scholars
properly,
means
the Arabic
nothing.
and stuff,
All of your scholars
understand it
means nothing. It
properly.
means nothing.
Also, if you look at it, it's clear on the main topic.
Is the
For example,
scholars greater than the Quran? Is the
Qasim
scholars
al-Nabiyyin.
then greater than the
Again, If
Quran?
you're gonna not understand the Quran,
Are they
then of
greater
course
than
you're
the
gonna be bad.
Quran? Yes or no? Are they greater than the Quran? Yes or no?
Who are greater than the Quran?
Is the scholars al-Sayyuti, all of these imams, are they greater than the Quran?
Again, what I said is that the Quran is of course greater than them, but you also got to understand this. Don't have questions to say that, yeah? What I'm saying is that the Quran is of course greater than the scholars, but you also got to understand that you also have to understand it. Of course, the Herbert probably didn't know much about this text, right? They had to go to the Prophet. The Prophet explained it to them when he was reciting it. Yes?
Where did the
Now,
Prophet
what
explain?
happened is that we
Where
have a
did
chain.
where did
No,
the
no, let me
Prophet
speak.
explain? Where did
Let
the
me
Prophet
speak, let me speak,
explain?
Let me carry on. Let me carry on. Once you finish, once I finish it, then I'll let you speak. Yeah. So then I carry
Sufi,
on.
where did the Prophet
has-
explain?
Prophet
Where did
gave-
the Prophet explain
Prophet gave
this?
to the companions.
Where did the Prophet explain to the companions what the verse means? Show
The
me.
Prophet explained it to the Sahaba.
Where did he explain
The Prophet
it?
explained it to the
Where is
Sahaba.
the writings of the
I'll
where
give you
he
one
explained
account.
it? Where?
You want me to have a pen and paper writing of it?
Yes, because why you said they went to him and he explained it to them. So, there
you
is
think,
an
yeah,
explanation
that the
of
Prophet-
Muhammad.
By the way, the Quran
There's an
was
explanation
given
of
to
Muhammad.
the Quran
Where
was
is the
given
writing
by-
of the explanation of
spoken,
Muhammad? Where's the
it's
writing?
spoken. So now you're asking for pen and paper. It's not me asking.
No,
for pen
I'm
and paper
asking for the
Bible,
I'm
like, when
asking
they
for
come
the
at
proof
start.
of the claim
It's not
that
me
you
asking
made.
Jesus explaining the parables.
I'm
It's not me
asking
Jesus
you,
and this and
I'm
that
asking
on
you
a
for the
direct
explanation
manuscript
of the
paper.
claim that you've made. You make claims.
I've made a claim because I made this claim because it comes from the scholars.
No,
Yeah,
it doesn't come
chain
from the
goes to-
scholars.
let
It
me-
doesn't come from the
I'll
scholars.
I'll carry on. Let me speak.
No, stop.
This
Stop.
chain
You make
that
claims,
I've
all
fulfilled
kinds
is
of
from-
stupid claims you're making here.
I'll make claims and I'm gonna back them right
You
now.
can't back it up because where's the writing
Give me
of
2
Muhammad
seconds.
explaining the verse? Where?
Again, are you gonna say that the teaching of the Prophet has to always be shown every single second of his
You
life?
said,
course, every single-
they went to Muhammad. Muhammad
said-
explained to
You're
them
taking
the
from the scholars
verse.
to the Prophet.
You
yeah?
said,
Where
you
even-
said the Sahaba
I
went
said-
to
I
Muhammad.
said all the scholars.
No,
If
not
not
all the
Muslim-
scholars
if not
couldn't go
Imam
to
Ahmad bin
Muhammad.
Hanbal.
Did Ibn Hanbal go to Muhammad? Did Ibn Hanbal go to Muhammad? No.
Let me
You
speak
make
first.
claims. You make stupid claims, and I keep on telling you this thing. Did
Absolute heckler.
Ibn Hanbal?
Heckling.
Did Ibn
Screaming.
Hanbal? Did Al-Jalalain?
Screaming.
Did all of these
gonna say
prophets,
every
the imams,
single-
go
I'm gonna
to
give you-
Muhammad for the
Do you want
explanation
me
of
to
the
give you a whole
verse?
chain
Yes
from
or
the
no?
Prophet down to the scholar. Okay, so first of all, let me speak. Yeah, I'm gonna speak now. So
This is
when
the
we go to-
stupidity of
No,
Islam. I'm
let's go,
telling
let's go,
you.
wait, whoa. No, wait. Yeah, so let's go first to first tafsirs. Yeah, we go to Imam Abu Hanifa, who's only a few people. This is like 3 or 4 people away from the teaching of the Prophet. Yes.
No.
I can
Where's
give
the
you a
evidence
chain
for
to
that?
him. He's a
Where's the
tabi'een or
evidence for it?
tabi'een, which means that he's from the Sahaba and then he's to the
Again,
Prophet.
you make
Yeah, so he
claims.
just spread-
Again,
Okay, shall I bring you?
you just keep on making claims. Ask them for evidence. Oh, this imam, that imam. What a whole lot of nonsense. But if you tell them about Jesus and who wrote the New Testament, oh, where's the evidence? Oh, where's the evidence? But look at this. We have to take claims and accept it. My goodness. Ask him a little bit. Where's the claim? Prove it.
Okay, listen. I'm giving you a chain, and then I'm gonna give you the understanding, right? So, of course, it's authenticated chain by chain. Okay, first of all, you go down to the Ahlul Bayt, down to Ja'far al-Sadiq, radiyallahu ta'ala an, the family of the Prophet, who learnt from the Prophet, right? Then we go to Imam Abu Hanifa, radiyallahu ta'ala an, right? So then we go to what he says about this verse. What does he say? That it's one unified message.
Another
Of course,
claim.
there's distinction between the rank.
Another claim. No evidence.
Another what?
I'm just gonna ask you once. I'm just gonna ask you once. I'm just gonna
and then you don't even
Sufi, I'm just
You
going
say
to
that
ask you
when
once. Don't be scared to answer the question. I'm just gonna ask you once. You said the scholars went to Muhammad, the Sahaba went to Muhammad for the explanation of the verse. Where is Muhammad's explanation of the verse? In other words, where is Muhammad's tafsir? Wow! Claims. Claim number 1. Claim number 2. Challenge him on the claim. Can't give the answer. Give another claim. Talk about the scholar. Give another claim. Talk about the Ummah. Then it's another claim. Talk about Muhammad. Then it's another claim. No evidence. Sweet. Nothing.
Well,
Why he left? He's a mushrik. Yo.
Yo. Hey. Well, brother, I've literally said so many times that I've not claimed, I've actually backed this up from chains. A sanad, yeah, of the scholars teaching
Ja,
from
gaan die
him
jong weer na scholars
to the
toe.
prophets.
Gaan hy weer?
So we don't need scholars. So we don't need biblical scholars to explain
Ja,
anything, yeah?
I'm
So who's better then?
I don't know. I don't know.
Let me bring
I don't know what I've
Okay,
I don't know what I've asked. I don't know really. I don't know what I've asked.
Can I
Sufi,
say something?
Sufi,
Wait.
Sufi, keep quiet.
Can I say something?
Keep quiet. Don't talk. You talk too much and
Be
listen.
Quiet, be quiet. So I
You
can start handling my
you
false
don't
pagan
talk
religion.
and you
Yeah, carry
listen
on,
too
carry on,
little.
pagan, carry on.
You said you made a claim. The Sahaba went to Muhammad in order for Muhammad to explain the verse. Where can I find the
And then they
tafsir of
told
Muhammad?
Tabi'in,
Where
the
can I
Tabi'in.
find the tafsir of Muhammad on the verse? Please, in Jesus' name, where can I find it?
Shall I give you one
Another scholar.
incident of where the Prophet taught them? If I give you a proof,
No,
of
give
an
me the
incident,
tafsir
yeah,
of Muhammad on the verse, my good Lord, in heaven,
Mate,
above.
Prophet,
Please help me, Jesus. I need help. I'm asking a
let me
basic thing.
try and help.
brother,
try now.
are you right in the head first? Yeah. Can you hear me first? So listen, what I said was that first
You
of all,
clearly, bro.
the explanation of tafsir came from the tabi'in, right? So we wouldn't have a commentary compiled. Second of all, why would we have a compiled commentary when we didn't have a compiled Quran yet at the time of the Prophet?
Okay, so hold on. Here's a good question. How long after the compilation of the Quran did those tafsir come along?
They came after like a few decades, and they were from like
Decades.
teaching of it.
Okay, so
you want-
during
what-
the time of which caliph was that?
It was.
That's a higher grade question.
He walked into this class. He took this module. Unfortunately, there will be no free passes. There will
Come
be no
on,
free passes here.
ChatGPT.
Yo, my
Yeah.
gosh, it's a simple question.
Brother. It wasn't in the time of the caliphs, brother. It was in the time they were given interpretations and they were taught it orally, the explanations. But the first book of tafsir can
I'm
come
done.
from
I'm done. I'm done.
Stop what? You're done what?
So, King, let me just get this right. So there was something
I'm
that
listening.
happened where guys went to Muhammad, and Muhammad gave
They
an
went to Muhammad.
explanation on something.
They went to Muhammad for an explanation of something, yes.
And the only thing
And then he
King
taught
wants to
it.
know, the only thing King wants to know is basically how do you know that? Where have you read it?
I've read it from the chains of teachers that were given. So how would they get? They would explain it through the chains.
That's
So you
exactly
can
what King
understand
is
this.
asking for. So let's just wait for him to, yeah. Okay, so King,
Yes, sir.
I'm just trying to resolve your conundrum here. So basically what you're asking for is, I believe the brother here mentioned that the companions went to Muhammad to explain some verse.
Yep.
And then the only thing you're asking for is, how does he know that, or where did he read it?
Oh, so you want me to tell you where I know that the Prophet told the companions explanation of verses of the Quran?
Look, if there's an explanation of
So
a
what is
verse,
dude saying something here and then King saying something else?
look,
I'm also trying to figure out what's going on because you're not answering, and he's getting a bit frustrated
He's
with
heckling.
you.
I'm trying to speak.
No, he's not.
First
He's
of all,
actually got a bit
he's
frustrated
heckling. You're
because you
screaming half
answered
the time, mate.
everything that he did not ask.
if
Anyway.
there
First
is,
of all,
to
I
the
asked-
understanding, Sufi, keep quiet. To the understanding of the Muslim Ummah and the way we understand it, there is a difference between the Quranic verse. There's a difference in the tafsir, in the tafsir,
There's no
and there's a
difference.
keep your mouth shut. And there is a difference when it comes to the
Oh, someone's
hadith,
angry.
right? There's a difference. So one, there
First of
is
all,
a
yes, we
Quranic
take from the
verse,
hadith, we take
and
from the
based
Quran.
on the Quranic verse, there is what is known as the tafsir. The tafsir is the explanation of the text itself. The hadith is an event that have taken place, which result in a verse being revealed, etc. Now, when the Sahaba go to Muhammad for the explanation of a verse, it is automatically assumed that there is a tafsir that Muhammad gives in the explanation of the text. I'm just asking
Again,
this.
it's an
I'm just
explanation,
asking
a
this. I'm just asking this question. Can you guide me to the tafsir of Muhammad where Muhammad explains this verse? Please.
I said again, if you listen to me, I said I can prove that there were teachings of the Prophet explaining verses, and therefore taking the first of wait, how do I say it? We can take incidents of the Prophet teaching, and therefore we can get an valid assumption, yeah, that the Prophet did teach explanation of the verses to the
This is
companions. You can see this in
filibustering.
Tariq
I'm sorry.
al-Tabari. You can see this in Tariq al-Tabari. If you read that kitab, then you can understand.
Ja,
it.
ek vra 'n
Second
baie
of all,
clear
What's the
question.
verse?
let
What's
me
the
carry on. Let me
verse?
carry on. Let me carry on.
What's the
Chapter
verse that
33,
you're
verse
referring to?
40. 33, 40. There's
Okay,
supposedly
so
a
Sufi always
tafsir
asking
on
for-
that verse
Yeah.
from Muhammad.
So Sufi
Bring
always
up one
asking
tafsir
for
on that
is
verse.
Muhammad's tafsir on 3340. Can you give that?
Huh? Can you repeat that?
All King is asking for is the tafsir of Muhammad on 3340.
I said I can bring the interpretation of the scholars which have a chain to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If you heard me properly, then you'll be able to understand it. It's like me saying, can you bring up the meaning of so and so verse? Yeah, and then you have to go to biblical scholars or something like that. Yeah. Same way how I'm saying that if you are a proper scholar of the Quran, yeah, then you may understand such and such verse. And these scholars who have taught the Quran and its explanation, they have a chain from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to them, and you'd be able to understand this that the chain, because you can see that the explanations, there are different teachers, right, and all of them teach one message that went through and through and through till today.
But then the good question becomes then, if those narrations were written 200 plus years after the life of Muhammad, and it was actually
I never said
then
200 years after. I said that
well, Al-Tabari and all of those that guys came way
They
after.
would be taught the commentary / the explanations through like how do I say, like they would
Islam
taught
is
it,
false.
speak like they would learn them a lesson.
Muhammad is a false
orally.
prophet.
But
Muhammad is a false
history debunks at this moment. Historical evidence debunks.
Wait, by the way, I
your
came
claim.
up.
Allah
to
doesn't
explain
exist.
The,
Allah
by the way, I
doesn't
came up-
exist.
By the way, I came up. Wait, can I speak
Islam
first?
is not a
By the way, I
religion.
came up here.
Islam is not a religion. Ask me the tafsir of it.
Oh, heckler.
Ask me the
Anyways,
tafsir on it, please.
I came up here. If you looked earlier in the chat, I said if I can come up here to talk about the divinity of Jesus. You guys,
I said yes.
I just talked about this because there was a layman. So can we talk about the divinity of Jesus before I leave?
What is the question?
Because you man are gonna kick me out soon. Yeah.
What is the
So
question?
first of all, if you go down to, first of all, I have a few questions. Do any of you understand Greek?
What is the
Go ahead, I
question?
can
Let
try
me
my
just
best.
ask.
What is the
Because you
question?
guys, it's just gonna be again and again. You guys are saying the same thing.
What is
again
the
and again,
question?
then I'll answer
What
it
is the
again.
question?
What is the question?
The questions are first. Do you all understand Greek? Any of you?
Please ask the question.
I said first. Do any of you understand Greek?
Is that the
Just,
question?
I will
On the
see. I will
divinity of
try my
Christ?
no,
best.
I'll answer more. Okay. My second question is, do you believe that in John 10:30 that when it says in the Bible that I and the Father are one, that this one, as in hen, the word in Greek is hen. Do you believe that it is consistently talking about a divine unity?
There you go.
What do you think it observes?
Is that the only two questions?
No, I'm asking more, but I just need your guys answering it. Then I'll ask the next question.
Okay, so I'm not familiar with the Greek as much, but we can go to the Hebrew if you have any Hebrew questions. Sean, however,
I'm
does
just
have.
saying, you know when it says
Can you listen to when we speak? You ask the question, and then we now have to engage on the question.
well, it's a Greek Bible. It's the Greek New Testament.
Do you understand Arabic?
The question is when it says in
Wait,
John
hold on.
10:30
Do
that
you
Jesus
understand?
and the Father
Do you
are one,
understand Arabic?
does this
No, wait,
hen,
hold
the
on.
word hen is used? in
Hold
Greek?
on, Sufi. Do you understand Arabic? I'm gonna hold it to the same standard. Do
I'm
you?
not saying.
No,
I'm asking you,
listen
I'm
to my
asking
question.
you.
Listen, just listen.
I'm asking you.
For heaven's sake,
Again. Why are you
can
jumping
you
off?
can you listen? Can you listen? Can you engage in listening? Can you do that?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Now, my question to you is, and I told you what
I'm
my
listening right
answer
now,
is
yeah.
based on your Greek question. But now, do you understand everything in Arabic?
Not everything right now, no.
Now, we in the same boat, isn't it?
That's what I'm asking. I'm just asking it out of curiosity.
Okay.
Is that right?
So in John
Nothing
chapter
wrong with that.
in John chapter 10:30, your question is.
Yeah.
Your question is,
Is
do you
the-
believe that John chapter 10 verse 30 displays divine unity? That was the question, right?
Divine unity using the word hen one.
Can we go to John chapter 10:30 first? Go look at it.
Yeah. That's calm.
Oh man.
It reads ego kai ho padre pater heis esmen. My Greek is, but
What is the English? Let's read the
what
English.
is your what is your
Quotation.
question again? Sorry, I just quickly had
It's
to answer
that
something.
wait, Sean. So the question was that in John 10:30 the word hen is used for one. Is that a divine unity because of that word hen? Because of the I and the Father are one, and therefore you guys use this verse as a proof that there's
The word in Greek is hais.
for one.
Yeah, hais. Or hen. That's the neuter of the word, but the word is hais. Go, double check. It's
With
the
the-
strong coordinates
the word one,
G1520. I've just double checked now.
Okay, the word one, right?
Yeah.
Does this display a divine unity consistently with this? So if there's a mention between the bond of Jesus and the Father in this verse, does one convey the unity between the Father and the Son? It's just a yes or no. In my
Yes, it
opinion.
is.
It is, okay. So when we go to John 17:21-23, yeah, where it mentions the connection between the Father and the Son, it also says that the believers may be one in us. Where does that mean that there's an expansion in the Godhead?
No. What?
No.
So,
No.
So what?
Wait, hold on. Hold
So
on.
then you have to reject-
Hold on. Remember, your question is, do we believe that there is an expansion in the Godhead? In other words, what you are saying is that because... Oh, wait,
I'm
hold,
saying-
keep quiet. Because you are saying that the word hen is used here also for the disciples is now also becoming gods, and they are also now one with God. How did you arrive to that?
Because you both just said, when the verse is mentioned, that this divine unity using the word hen, right? Now you gotta understand that Sean just said this in the last question, right? Now when we go to the next verse, it says, I do not pray for those he prays for those who believe through me of any time. So this includes you, this includes Sean, this includes dude, let's just say. Yeah? And I'm going to carry on the verse, the passage where he says that there may be they basically said that this unity may be like us, and that there may be one in us. Maybe one in us. Does this mean that there's an expansion in the Godhead?
No.
King, quickly take him to him to the word. Quickly take him to the Hebrew
I-
of the word, for example, for
I-
the word one.
Yeah,
in,
Echad.
Genesis.
In Echad.
So, Echad.
Yeah.
But then also explain to him, because in the understanding of the word one.
Sufi.
How can I explain this in English
I'm
before?
listening,
I don't
I'm
want to go
listening.
and sound like a lecturer now.
Sufi, in that specific text that you were reading, right? Does Jesus say there that they may become one as we are one?
It says, as we are one. Then later
No,
it says,
no,
may they
no,
be one
no.
in
Read
us.
before. Read before that. Read before
Read before,
that.
we don't read after.
Read
don't
before
read
the.
after.
Read before. Jesus,
We
what
don't
does
read before and
before
after.
mean? Before you get
saying,
to
buddy.
where you are now. Before. Can you read before that? Where Jesus said that they become
Why
one
speak?
as we are one. Can you read that, please? Wow.
Let,
You a grown ass man.
let me get my Bible. Give me a minute.
Oh, let you get your Bible, so you wrote this down?
That was script,
No,
bro.
I've literally-
You wrote this down?
And
You
the word is
mushrik.
not, the word is
about?
ice.
Cheers.
Calm down for a minute. I'm gonna go get my Bible.
I'm gonna go get my Bible now, Sean. So he just took that portion there and nothing before this. Now he's challenging our reading before. What? I'm gonna go get my Bible. Wow. Libiano.
He's misquoting. And he's misquoting the word as well, because the Strong's coordinate for it is G1520, which means one single. So which means if Jesus is saying the Father and I are one, which means it's a singular one. So he's making reference to one.
One. Echad. We are now one. Echad. One.
As in compound, yeah.
As in compound. Then they, which is the disciples, have to become one. We are one. Echad. Not you are now gods as we are.
Let me carry on the verse.
Namnat.
Okay,
That's
let
how
me just read
language
the whole
works.
passage and then you guys can speak again. Yeah?
Jeez.
I do not pray for these alone. Let me carry on, so then you guys can just. I do not pray for these alone. but also for those who will believe in me through their word, that they all may be one,
Oh, there
as
it
you,
is.
Father, are in me and I in you. Let me
Oh,
finish.
there it is. There
That
it is.
they no
They-
read it after, read it after.
No, that's what I said.
After.
Did you
That
read
they-
that? Did you read
Should
it?
we not carry on reading?
No, I'm now
not
pressing you on the fact that they become one. Why did Jesus say
Yeah,
they
but
must
I'm not
become
talking about the
one?
unity.
Listen, why
No,
did
you just
Jesus
take one
say,
little bit, yeah, and it's
what
fine.
was the meaning of Jesus when Jesus said they must become one? What did
Yeah.
Jesus mean by it?
Wait. If you're not gonna let me convey my point, then how the hell are you gonna understand?
No, because you have a
Carry
stupid
on.
point. That's number one.
I have
And
a
you
stupid
don't,
point,
you
then let me
don't,
carry
you
on with
don't
my stupid
understand.
point,
You
so
don't
can defeat it
understand
later.
your own point. You don't understand
You
your
don't
own point.
understand, You don't understand. You don't
Explain
understand.
to me. Explain. Exegete the text
Let
for me
me
here.
read. Let me
No,
read.
stop reading. You read wrong in the first
Stop
place.
reading. Yeah, let's just. Okay,
Exegete the text for me here. What does Jesus mean when he spoke to disciples?
carry on
But to
reading.
God, no wait.
Let me carry on
What
reading, 'cause
does
we're not already
Jesus
mentioning
mean?
that part.
What did Jesus
We're
mean when he
mentioning all
prayed to the
involved.
Father and said, "Let them become one"? What does he
You're
mean by
cherry
that?
picking again. You're cherry picking.
No, you
Cherry
fool! You a stupid fool!
Wait. Do you know what the word wait means? Have patience.
No.
Yeah?
Hey,
That
wait,
they-
hold on.
wait.
Sufi, did you not use just one portion and I challenge you on reading
I'm
what
gonna
was
carry on
before
reading.
that? On
We're
that
reading
same
the whole-
text.
We're reading the whole passage.
Then you had to go run
We're
to go
reading the
get your
whole passage.
Bible.
No, today we're doing Bible study, yeah? So today we're reading your...
Now, when we do Bible study, we exegete the
Let me
text.
read.
Stop right there. Stop it. You little demon.
Wait.
Stop
Let
it.
me carry on reading and then
Stop reading. Stop reading.
Stop reading.
Listen.
You stop reading.
Listen. You little
you listen.
demon. Stop reading.
No, you
Tell me, what does it mean when Jesus prayed for the disciples? When he said, let them become one. What does it mean? Demon, speak.
So I said that once we carry on, then we can understand it, no?
No.
Once we carry on,
Start
we can
there.
understand the whole
Start there. We already know
don't-
what
we
it
don't read the
means.
whole passage.
We already
Well
know what it
done.
means.
Well done.
It
Bible
is now
study didn't go
officially
well for you,
written.
did it?
What does Jesus mean?
Bible study didn't go well for you.
What does Jesus mean? What does Jesus mean? Come on, I want to learn from a Muslim.
Shush.
I want to learn from a Muslim. That the Muslim want to
Yeah,
teach
you
me
want-
what he doesn't say in my text. What does
Yes,
it mean? I'm
yes.
challenging you.
Yes, I'm a proud teacher. That they may also be one in us.
Yeah, what does it mean?
That one, it mentions the
What?
unity between. Again, let me carry on. You said you want to learn from
Not
me, then let
with,
me teach.
in.
Oh.
My brother.
That they may also
It's
be
not
one
with
in
us.
us.
It's
So
in
in this
us.
unity,
There we go.
So in this unity, the believers are also in it. So then either there's only like a few things. That John 10:30 is not a verse that you can use for Jesus' divinity, or it's a verse
Yes, you can.
that
Yes,
so
you
then,
can.
when it says "I'm one in us," so when it says one
Yes,
in
you
us, then
can.
what does that mean? So one in us.
No,
So
okay.
that means
Okay.
the unity
can hear-
mentioned, right?
You can hear
Between
that
the
I'm
Father
you can
and
hear that I'm
Son.
very quiet.
Yeah, no, you're
So what
you're
does the
better
word
than that guy.
so what does the word heis mean or hen mean in Greek? Go check
It
the
means what?
Strong's coordinates G1520. Strong coordinates G1520. It's sad. Sy gaan jou hart broer, jou hart asseblief.
You see, when you want to use just one, and then I go get my Bible because we're asking you a Bible question now. Let me get my Bible. Yarra. You go make
So
your
now-
mistakes, my friend. Make your mistakes somewhere else.
This is the crazy thing about Islam trying to debunk the Bible and only to debunk itself while trying to debunk the Bible.
Tahir's Greek lexicon on 1520. Ice. The cardinal numerical 1. 1.
And then
Compound.
if you
To get
compound
them.
so and even if you go deeper into the that same one there is the same one that is used in Deuteronomy 6:4 It's the same one that is used in Genesis 1:5. Is that same idea that is used in Genesis 4.
Does it refer to the same unity?
Your Bluetooth is breaking away, bro.
You must first explain to us what does it mean? What does it unity mean? Don't continue with the conversation. You explain it.
King, you should want to listen to Sean.
You should
Sean,
shut
how
up
are
and
you?
just and talk to us. What
You
does
should
it
shut
mean
up, and I
when
wanna
they
listen to
said
Sean.
it?
You
When
should shut
Jesus
up,
said
Sean.
that
Sean, how
they
are you?
that they
Sean, how are
become
you?
one.
Sean,
Can
how are
you
you?
answer me
Sean,
on
how
this?
are you?
Can you answer?
Sean, how are you?
Can you
Sean, how are
answer the question? Why are you running away from it? You
I'm
talk
not
about
you because you keep on shouting.
the
you know, this guy's very nice.
Libyano followers,
bit
the
like-
Libyano followers
He's a
get
bit more
stuck
like
on this when they come to
calming.
real Christians.
It's like he has the microphone. and
He
instead
have
of
no,
screaming
he have
into it, he's more like
absolutely
speaking into it, whispering
no
into
sense.
it. I think it's better if I talk to Sean.
Explain the text when he
Sean is
said
on your panel,
they
let me
become one, that them become one. Explain that to
Sean,
me.
let me talk to Sean. Let me talk to Sean.
No, you will not talk to Sean. You will talk
I'm
to
not
me.
talking to
Deal
Sean.
with me first because
You
you
took
run
away
away all
Sean's right
night.
to speak.
What does
You
it
took away
mean?
Sean's right to speak.
What
I'm
does
asking
it
the
mean?
king.
Do you know what it means?
I revoke your
Must
speech.
I explain to
rebuke
you
your
what it
speech.
means?
I
Must I
rebuke
explain
your
to you what it
speech.
means?
I rebuke your speech. in the name of Father.
What do
I rebuke
now?
your
What does it mean? Demon,
Let me
what
speak to
does it
Sean.
mean? I'm addressing the Sufi
Let
demon
Sean
within
explain what it
Sufi.
means.
Now, in Jesus' name, what does it mean? You filthy demon. What does it mean? Within Sufi, that manifestation, that jinn, that he has subjected himself to. What does it mean when Jesus said, they can become one? What does it mean? Speak. That jinn don't want to speak now. Let's take this on. You will deal with me. I'm your exorcist tonight.
I'm talking to Sean.
What does it mean? Now you're out of breath. I'm here to torment you. I'm here to torment you. I'm about to take you out.
Ooh.
I will extract you.
Ooh. Let me talk to Sean. Anyway, Sean, how
What
are
does
you?
it mean? What does it mean when Jesus said that? What does it mean?
Anyway, Sean, how are you?
Do
Sean,
you
explain
understand?
his
Do you
questions,
understand the
Tyler.
meaning of the text?
Sean, he's speaking a bit too loud for
Do
my
you
phone.
do you
Let me just,
understand the meaning of the text? What does it mean? When Jesus prayed and said there, let them become one as we are one. When Jesus said that they become one, what does Jesus mean there in that text? What does it mean? It's your exorcism tonight. Your janazas tomorrow.
Sean.
Come. What does it mean?
Sean, let me speak.
The sun will set tomorrow. It will be your janaza. It's your exorcism tonight. It's coming out. What does it mean when Jesus said it?
What does it mean when Jesus said it?
Yep.
Well, since he's referring to
What
the
does
word
it mean?
hen, just how he's referring to the word hen for his unity, just how he's speaking to in John 17:21 to 23 about this unity, I believe that this means that the unity is also included with the believers. Just like how in 2 Peter's it talks about how the believers are in divine, something about like around those lines.
In your
I've got
explanation,
the verse.
and I'm going to accept your explanation, right? So now the devil is talking the truth. I said, "Van Gogh, this is exorcism," and I accept your explanation. Where in your explanation do you see that they become one as God? Where?
Because of Jesus' prayer, including "May they be one in us."
You see, there is the distinction. The word in is not with
Yes,
us.
sure.
With us makes it part. In is that Jesus is calling on God, or in this case, Jesus is calling on the Father to make those who are followers, to make them in unity with God, reconciling them back, because that is the message of the gospel, reconciling man unto God again.
Yeah,
To
but he's
become
like,
part of God. And isn't that the idea since the beginning of time, that God didn't want man to separate away from him? That Jesus is calling on
can you repeat
God,
that? Just
or in
like,
this
I'm
case.
sorry about,
Okay.
I'm sorry about it.
So,
Like,
so you wanted to
the
talk to
volume
me.
isn't
So we
like
got, so
recurring because
yeah,
of
you said
King.
okay. So you wanted to talk to me. You asked me how am I doing. I'm doing well, thank you. But here's the thing: we're gonna deal with it now as it is. and I understand what you are saying. I can hear you. But okay, in response to you, I have to apologize on your behalf to say that you are wrong in your idea of trying to say that Jesus is asking God now to make everyone one, as in the word echad, or as in this case the word hais, as it is used within the Greek. Even if you go into the Septuagint and you go and read Deuteronomy 6:4, that Muslims always quote and say that, yeah, it says only one God. The same word there is hais that is used, is kyrios hais emei, which means that that same one, that same word there is used in John 10:30. So Jesus is making a direct claim to say that he and the Father is one. So in his prayer, when he say, bring them, make them one in us, not with us. With means, so if I ask Dude now to make Sufi one with King and I, if I ask Dude now to do that, that means that you become us. But if we ask him to make you one in us, which means in this clique, then it's a whole different ball game. So in the context of the scripture, you cannot now, the English, if you read it in the English and you brought us to the Greek debunk you even deeper. The English is
There's a
still very
problem.
soft.
Is it calm, Sean? So like, here's the problem that I kind of have with it. I'm not saying like that fully. Like, of course, I wouldn't understand it as much as a Christian does, but I'm just saying, first of all, that like when it uses the, as you referred to, hais, when I checked onto the side by side Greek and English on this website called Bible Hub, yeah, it said that this meant the Greek was hen, and what I'm trying to say is like that when it is unity is shown, and I was looking for Peter, want something in Peter, but it was like something similar. I'm of course I'm not saying this yet to go against, like, for example, I'm not trying to start saying, you know what I mean, that you guys are that this meaning is that it's one of like expanding the Godhead, but I'm just trying to say, like, does this, yeah? And then
No, it doesn't
here's where I
expand
see,
the
like,
Godhead.
and then here's some. Sorry, Sean, speak. I'm very sorry. Sean, you had something to say. I'm very sorry if I.
No. You're referring to the word hen. Now, the word hen is the neuter of the word that is used. It's the neuter. It's the etymology of the Greek word for one. That is the root word that you are referring to. And I see where your confusion is, but we need to be honest with the text for what the text is saying. So instead of trying to put it now into our own perspective and trying to put a narrative on it, that it's never gonna work. It's being actually okay. You went out the app.
Hy duiwel al rondom hom en maak hom nervous. Ek sien hy praat saam met jou met respect. I'm sorry, son. Please forgive me.
Ek kook mos met koue water. Sy gooi olie, ek kook met koue water.
Ek gaan vir die jugular, meneer. As ek uitvind,
Slow poison.
as ek ryk, jy is by mekaar met straat. En dan begin ek sê, haal ek jou olie uit en ek sê, kom jou duiwel. Maar hier gaan 'n ding uitgedryf word vanaand, meneer. Hier gaan 'n ding uitgedryf word. Now, do you see
Mujahideen Munir.
Do you see how apologetic? Do you see how apologetic he is now? I didn't mean to say that. No, that was your intent when you said the disciples, they are one. They are one.
King, let me speak.
Bruh,
to
I will
Sean.
drop you. I will drop you as fast as you can. As fast.
Bro,
As fast.
good
You
for
still
being
not
Mr. Sean
answered.
here.
You
Listen.
still, now
Yeah.
that, now you,
He's a
your
very
whole
nice man.
apologetic.
He's,
Now you're speaking the truth. Why are you speaking the truth now?
he's on your panel.
I think that Allah
He's
is.
trying to convey
I
the
think
message
that
that you're trying to
Allah. I think
convey.
that Allah is driven out of you now. You now speaking the truth. Because
Let me
Allah
speak.
said you must lie in all
Sean,
things.
Sean.
I'm
So,
listening.
So,
when
Miss,
it
just
says,
go, scapegoat.
so Sean, how Sean?
Hey, God, the
So
message,
here's where it
Papa.
carries on. So like, when I hear like in verses like the second epistle of Peter, 1:4, it says that by which has been given to us exceedingly great and precious promises, that through these you may be partakers in divine nature.
Wow.
Have
Can you
Second
deal?
Peter.
the corruption that is in this world through lust.
Can you deal
1
with
verse 4.
17? Can you finish 17? John
Epistle,
17
second
first.
epistle, 1:4. Yes.
Finish John
What is your
17.
contention?
In it says that
Okay.
that they may take in divine nature. That's what I think it says, or something like that. In the English, but I haven't like, read the Greek yet.
Okay, again, you're starting midway through a sentence. Let's start at the top.
Yeah, man. He doesn't learn his lesson. He doesn't learn his lesson.
Shush, King.
This is
King,
this is like
how are
Christian
you?
madrasa for you. Doesn't
King,
learn his lesson.
King, you know
Chapter.
how like Sean D speak? Can you speak like that?
No, Sufi. John 17
Well,
is still
so
waiting for
you
you.
can't speak quietly. You have to be a heckler.
He's still waiting for you, John
Oh,
17.
wow.
I'm gonna
Second Peter
nail
1:3.
You, Second Peter 1:4.
No,
4.
1:3. We start at 3. We can't go to
Is it
4
4
if we
mean
don't
4?
read 3.
App NKJV. NKJV.
Unos, dos, tres. We're gonna start with 3 first. Actually,
same.
we'd actually need to start with the opening. Okay. We
Yeah.
start at 3. It says, King, listen up to this one.
Yeah, I'm listening.
His divine power has granted to us all things that pertain to life and godliness through the knowledge of him who called us to his own glory and excellence. Let me repeat that again so that it can sink in. His
I'm
glory
just listening.
has granted to us all things that pertain to life and godliness through the knowledge of him who called us to his own glory and excellence. Verse 4. By which he has granted to us his precious and very great promises, so that through them you may become partakers of divine nature, having escaped from corruption that is in the world because of sinful desire. Verse 5. For this very reason, make every effort to supplement your faith with virtue, and virtue with knowledge, and knowledge with self-control, and self-control with steadfastness, and steadfastness with godliness, godliness with brotherly affection, and brotherly affection with love. What is your contention? Verse 4, because it says,
So-
make us part of the divine, partakers of the divine nature.
I'm like, what is the true meaning of this verse? Is it just like how it was how you said it was in John 17:21-23, or do you think it was like,
Okay.
for example,
I'm gonna
partaking
tell you
in
now what
practices?
Peter is conveying here. I'm gonna tell you now what Peter is conveying, and it's beautifully when you read verse 5, because Peter is calling the church to godliness. That is what he's doing. He's telling them to keep faith in virtue, and virtue in knowledge. You can see there are conditions to verse 4, but you cannot just read verse 4 and expect verse 4 to be everything as with a full stop. You need to continue
No,
to
just
read
saying,
verse
like, in
5,
that verse,
6,
does it
7, and 8. And
Yeah.
then verse 8 says, for these qualities are yours and are increasing. They keep you from being ineffective or unfruitful in the knowledge of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's
That's
calm.
what it is.
And then, is it alright if I can ask you something else? There's this other thing that I was like a bit confused about, honey.
But are
Yeah.
you, before we move on,
guy.
respectfully, when I want to give you something, my brother, and this is I'm giving you this with love. When you read a scripture, any verse in the Bible, read the pre and the after. I
Yeah, that's
normally
what-
say don't just go to one chapter, read the chapter before and read the chapter after. Do justice to the text so that you can have what we call a pericope in understanding what is happening within the text in itself.
G? Yeah, give me 2 seconds. Yeah. I have another question. You know how it says in like Mark, it talks about the parable of the mustard seed. You know, have you heard of that?
Yarr,
Yes,
I'm just
the
not
parable of the
confused
mustard
about
seed.
it.
monkey religion.
Okay, the parable of the. Okay, very very easy to answer you. I know the mustard seed is one of the smallest seeds on earth, and Jesus didn't talk in a botanical state there to them, explaining how botany is working. He was talking to an audience that only used mustard seeds at that time, which to them was the smallest, and to was foreign. So again, you need to read it in its historical context and not
Wouldn't
just
you?
take it as a modern day context.
But why would he speak in like a sense that is like? Wait, give me a second.
It's a
I've got something
parable.
to do.
It's
But
a
I'll
parable.
speak.
It's a parable.
Yeah, I know it's a parable, but like at the same time, in this parable, why would he state
Yeah.
a state? Give me a second. I have to go. Yeah, my bad. But I'll speak to you guys tomorrow. Is that calm?
I think it's
But
Mark
also,
14, if I'm not mistaken.
Sean, can I actually like follow you and then we can talk to you on? Can I talk to you on DMs?
Yeah, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, I'll speak to you today. Yeah, in like 30 minutes. Yeah, but yeah, King. I'm just giving you one thing. Yeah, just don't shout, please. Yeah. Have a good day.
Giving me one thing. What is the thing?
Shame.
I'm waiting. There's no thing.
Shame,
One
peace.
thing was don't shout.
He's
Yeah,
an idiot,
one
that
thing.
guy. Notice how none of
Shame,
what he
peace.
said can disprove the divinity of Christ. And this has nothing to do with the divinity of Christ anyway. Not one of it. All that I wanted. Show me. That's all I wanted. Nothing.
You see,
Nothing.
once again, it's that thing of where people they get the script from the power. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm the most hated guy in Ghana at this moment
For real.
under the Muslim Ummah.
Explain.
Okay, that annoying little snot cop called ex-Christian.
Oh!
Go to your country. Go to your country.
Yeah.
So what happened? He was blaspheming. So I stepped into the room. So I
Yeah.
said to him, "Listen up. It's your favorite." Because he always thinks that I'm Australian or Chinese. So I said to him, "You can call me a few things on the earth. You can call me Chinese, I don't mind, but you never call me Australian or a Manchester United supporter. So the two
Hallelujah.
things you're not allowed to call me." And then we joked around and I said to him, "I do not appreciate the fact that you are blaspheming." And then his ulama came up. Hey,
Everyone.
five of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he said nothing.
Yeah.
And then they came at me.
They must speak.
So I
Yeah.
said to them, "Gentlemen, you can hear that I'm talking in a calm voice. Why are you agitated?" And they were like, and I did exactly what you did now. And I said to them, "I know that you are busy manifesting, and I know my presence here actually wake up demons, and it's okay. Scream as much as you want to.
We get it.
But nothing that you will say will convince me otherwise that what you are saying is true, because primarily you rely on the foundation of my faith to make yours valid." Hey, and they went off. I mute. They started chanting and even speaking in their own language, and 1, 2, 3, I muted and kicked out of the live.
That's what they do.
And I did
It's
nothing.
not.
But
It's a bit. I can understand that when you are up on that, you on it, and you talking a little bit louder, and the guy on the other side is just like, "Brother, why are you screaming? Just calm down. It's okay." Then yeah, that
But-
can tick you off.
But you must catch him alone. If you catch him alone and ask him questions, he's missing.
No, he know nothing.
Then he knows
He
nothing.
know nothing.
Nothing.
Shame.
That's why.
And the thing is, he was I kind of feel he was led into this. He didn't choose to be a Muslim by himself. He was misguided. He was misled.
I don't think
And then
he was.
obviously,
I don't think he was a Christian ever.
no.
Yeah.
Because no, he will quote things out of the Bible, but he will do exactly now what Sufi has done. He will take one verse and build a whole theology around it, and it's not gonna
Yeah.
sit with me, unfortunately. I'm gonna take you down to the T.
Sufi's
We're
argument
gonna sit
collapsed.
down.
no,
We're
but-
gonna have biscuits.
What was nice one was when King asked him, read before that. He exposed himself.
I'm now gonna go get my Bible.
Isolating verses.
Because I
And
know.
then you apply the Islamic lens to that isolated verse.
Yeah.
It will not make sense.
Just the
But
one.
I
Just
think
the one.
all-
Yes. Won't work.
all thing is that I've seen Sufi on. He like what he did now tonight as well. He comes with a script, and by having that script, he debunks himself because he picks up on things that other guys are saying, and then he wants to build a whole thing around
A
it.
whole case here.
But again, yeah, he got himself boiled now with coming to us with a neuter word in Greek and trying to debunk us on saying that there's a compound, like everyone is now in this and all of these things. He just refuted himself. It's like chapter 7 155 to 159
Yo,
debunks the
this-
whole religion of Islam.
Yo, dude, you are absolutely right. This was
11,
this
man.
was 11 as kerkmorgen.
Ja, gaat slaap. Ja, julle wat kerk toe gaan.
Yeah, no, it's church tomorrow. So yeah, guys,
Dit ligt, wil net 5 uur opstaan.
I want to because I want to watch that fight, Max Holloway and Diana Young. So yeah, guys, thank you so much. Conor McGregor, yeah. Thank you so much, guys. See you at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. It's gonna be epic.
Ek sal dit nog nooit doen
As
nie.
dit ek so in
Sal-
as dit ek
Net om
so
te sê,
in
né?
ja, Pastor
Net om
McLaren.
te sê, daar's 'n klomp young apologists wat deesdae op.
Yeah.
They are actually, there's a couple of them that are watching our stuff that we are doing and taking notes. There's a lot of them that's out there. A lot. Especially young. I'm talking about young 18, 20, 19-year-old
It would be
that's
nice.
taking on the lies of Islam.
It would be nice if we can at one point, have a Discord with them. It would be nice if we can do it. But I've also noted there is a pickup. There's an upcoming.
There's a huge movement that's happening.
Which is happening because we
huge
coming
one.
through the trenches. Coming through the trenches. Nails is in the hands when you stand it. But it would be nice, guys, if we can just connect and get them up and going, and then fight the good fight against
The good
Dawa.
fight.
Yeah, fight against. But have you noted, Sean, Sufi's idea of the first question was to clearly state that the disciples is now becoming gods, the way Jesus, according to him, the way Jesus was praying. And it's
Yeah.
just it's just very sad, very, very sad to think that they still want to debate the fact that Christianity is worshipping multiple gods. In chapter 6, verse 62 of chapter 3 or chapter 6 of chapter 2, verse 61 of the Quran, the question still remains. Where does the Quran say that Christians are polytheists? Where does it say so?
No way.
Nowhere. It's not a verse.
Are they allowed to marry polytheists?
Yeah, they do. Absolutely nowhere.
Why
So-
are they marrying our women?
Because slaves, they are an object. It's the object. It's to objectify them. Nothing more than anything else.
By the way, I got that text from where Bilal.
If they say that we are polytheists, we can call them polygamists.
We can call them polytheists. We can call them polytheists, you know. By the way, I got a text from Bilal, where Bilal was actually a slave while being a Muslim. He was a black slave while being a Muslim. But that on another date and time. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Yeah, I can call it the night. Call it the morning almost.
Cheese and tomato sauce.